game. This is Green Bay Game Day, powered by ESPN Wisconsin. Live from the shadow of Lambeau Field, here's Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, and Tori Lowe.
Let's go to work. Get right game for the Green Bay Packers as they prepare to play the rival Minnesota Vikings right there at Lambeau Field. How you doing, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday morning. My name is Alex Strofe, alongside the King, Tori Lowe.
Hey, powerful.
How you doing?
Hey, look, I'm feeling powerful today.
You're wearing the scarf?
I'm hoping for great things today.
He's playing.
I'm hoping that we can get warmed up, have some Viking sausage. Hey.
Some Viking sausage?
Oh, I thought it was by Queen sausage. I like the Queen sausage version.
Also here, he is referred to, I believe, as the heartbeat of Kyle Bruston Nortman weekdays.
Some like.
5.
Some like.
Wisconsin. Kyle Wallace is here as he breaks out hand warmers.
Yeah, y'all need hand warmers?
Hand warmers? We just started the damn show, Kyle.
These hand warmers, on here it says how many hours of heat?
18 of them.
18. So for all three, I'm gonna have these hand warmers. I went to the Badger game last night. I had my hand warmer. You best to believe I won't have mine now.
But you should have used the same ones.
Yeah, no. That 18 hours is a lie because it didn't work for 18 hours. But it worked for at least 5, which is all I need. So I need this. I need me some water, some hot chocolate, and I need a Packers victory. So I'm just getting it all ready right now.
We're going to have ourselves a time this morning. What we have planned for you the next 3 hours as we lead you up to kickoff between the Vikings and the Packers. We'll talk with Rob Demovsky, 9:30 a.m. this morning. 10 o'clock hour is the Jason Wilde hour. Wilde will join us here at the Tundra Trio in the shadow of the end zone of Lambeau Field. 11:15 this morning, former Badgers linebacker, former Carolina Panther Chris Orr will join us.
Oh, okay.
He decided he wanted to chop it up with you a little bit, Kyle. So I told him I'd give him the opportunity.
I think this would be making ESPN Wisconsin history. You know why?
What's that?
The most dread-headed brothers on one broadcast in ESPN history. You know, he a dreadhead just like me. So
yes, we
are making history.
It only took 2?
It only took 2. Oh, wow. I think I'm out of the first one.
Right.
Not a high bar.
I broke through the ceiling, so I walked so he could run.
And we will get our best bets in. We will make our Gruber Law Office's one call later in the show. But first, fellas, we talk about the get-right game. Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers. Packers, losers of 3 in a row. Lions, Raiders, and Broncos, oh my, as the Packers looking to get back on the winning side of things for the first time since that New Orleans Saints comeback winner in the home opener back on September 24th. Tori, what's it going to take to get back on the winning side of things, my friend?
Confidence. Confidence. Many times when you go on a
something Tori Lowe does not lack.
You got to have confidence. We got to get the team. Somebody has to take leadership, preferably Jordan Love. That last game seems like I don't know if his confidence has been shaken or not, but hopefully we're at home. The energy, of Lambeau Field, hopefully we can turn things around this week.
Kyle Wallace, what's it going to take to snap this 3-game losing streak?
It takes for this team to execute, right? The issue that the Green Bay Packers have had the last couple weeks is the fact that people have not been executing, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. Sure. Now, one thing that you cannot cure is you cannot cure youth and inexperience.
Yep.
That is okay. But as a professional football player, it is your job, it is your duty to practice until you can make it perfect. And what the Green Bay Packers have to do is the guys have to understand their assignment and they have to execute that assignment, whether it's running the right route so you don't have 4 guys in one space, whether it's making sure that you're getting the protection call at the line and being able to echo it across the offensive line, and Jordan Love being able to identify the blitz that is going to be coming today. It will take everybody on the offensive side of the ball to step up and stop acting like kids and actually execute. And that's the biggest thing, is that youth and inexperience is going to be something that we face this entire season as the kids grow. But what we cannot have is we can't have week after week after week of guys not running the right routes, guys not understanding they're a hot receiver on something. They just need to grow up, and we need to see a step in the right direction where we have less mental mistakes. So that's what the Packers need to do in order to execute. But the great thing is they're making these mistakes, but the defense has kept them long enough in games where they have an opportunity late in games to win these games. So we're not that far off, but we just need to grow up.
You know what helped, Kyle Wallace?
What is that?
Scoring a touchdown in the first half, something the Packers have not done since week 2. September 17th, the last time the Packers scored a touchdown in the first half of a ball game. Yeah, that's a month and a half ago. It's almost Halloween, fellas.
Man,
September 17th, the last time they scored a touchdown in the first half.
Packers got to start playing with urgency. They got to try to come out, impose their will on these defenses instead of letting the defense run wild. And I think that right now Jordan Love, he's going to have to get better at checking down. Mm-hmm. You know, when his first wide receiver is covered, he got to start looking at his second, his third. He's got to be able to read the defense. And I'm thinking that this week we may see Aaron Jones back in the game. What we need to do, we got hit with the injury bug early.
Little bit.
And hopefully that these last couple of weeks have kind of taken this toll, like in a way where we got to say, hey, let's wake up, let's play some real football, let's get out here in front of these fans, and let's make them proud of us to be Green Bay Packer fans.
And as a coach, Matt LaFleur and his staff need to recognize the areas in the second half when you play with a little bit more of a sense of urgency, the things that you did to be more aggressive in the second half, you need to be able to take that and translate that in the first half. The Packers have to understand, I said it before the season, we got away from it a little bit. The Green Bay Packers are playing with house money. And when I say that, that means, listen, you were not winning the Super Bowl this year. That wasn't going to happen. What you were trying to do this year is maybe make the playoffs. At this point, there is nothing wrong with being a little bit more aggressive because regardless, you're going to end up losing more games this year. And let's try something different to get this team going early to put them in a good position. Let's see what can happen if our defense actually can play with the lead where another team's trying to play from behind. And maybe we'll have some opportunities for some more turnover for our defense to shift that momentum for our offense as well.
Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, Tori Lowe with you. It is Green Bay Game Day on 620 WTMJ and ESPN Wisconsin. We want to hear from you. Who's more to blame for the Packers' offensive woes in the first half this season? Is it the head coach and play caller, Matt LaFleur, or is it the young quarterback, Jordan Love? Hit us up, 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-ESPN. Tori Lowe, I start with you. Who's more to blame, Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love?
I'm always have to put the blame on the coach. You know, he has to come up with a game plan. He has to make sure that Jordan Love is able to execute the game plan. Is there a lack of confidence in Jordan Love? That's the question. I think that many times when I watch some of the play calling, they're not opening up the playbook. Many times I think that they're not using as many creative plays that I think that they should be at this this point in the season. But I really believe that if we don't get it right today, open that playbook, get creative, I think people are going to start raising some eyebrows if they already haven't.
So Jordan Love deserves some blame for what's going on because he's part of a roster of a whole bunch of players that all have a role and a job to do. And so the reason why I'm not going to say it's solely on Jordan Love is because it's not Jordan Love who's not blocking. And he had 3 offensive linemen that were basically in the bottom 5 for your entire football team in Pro Football Focus based off their performance last week. 3 offensive linemen. One, Elton Jenkins, who's supposed to be your best offensive lineman, did not perform well last year, so that ain't a Jordan Love issue. Guys not running the right routes, that ain't a Jordan Love issue. Not having Aaron Jones, that ain't a Jordan Love issue, but it does not mean that Jordan Love isn't at fault for some of the things that are happening, but there's one person's job on this team to make sure Elton Jenkins is playing to his highest potential, to make sure Josh Myers is doing his assignment, to make sure Rasheed Walker isn't playing bad, to make sure Christian Watson's running the right route, and that's Matt LaFleur. So that's why it falls on Matt LaFleur's shoulders to elevate not only the guys I just named, but his quarterback as well.
Kyle and Tori both blame Matt LaFleur more than Jordan Love with the Packers' offensive woes in the first half. Have not scored a touchdown in the first half since week 2 against the Atlanta Falcons. That's way too long. We'd love to hear what you have to say. 800-990-3776 is your way into Green Bay Game Day this morning, live from Green Bay in the shadow of Lambeau Field here on ESPN Wisconsin and WTMJ. Fellas, we feeling good? It's a little brisk out here, a little chilly out here, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like it's a Packers victory kind of day.
It's perfect Green Bay weather.
Can we talk about Torrey's scarf? Just for a moment.
Man,
just for a moment.
Scarf. He got the Ray-Bans and the scarf. This is player right here. This man right here. He came dressed
like
for
a
the
player.
occasion. I came dressed for the weather. I got on sweatpants. I don't know if that's even illegal, but I said it's cold out.
I got 2 pairs of pants on.
Yeah, I got on shorts and sweatpants. I said today it's too cold for that. I was at that Badger game last night cold. I said I'll be damned if I'm gonna be cold for 24 straight hours here.
I like your style. Torey Lowe, though. I mean, Ray-Bans. He's got the scarf down the front. It's October 29th, Torey.
Hey, look, I'm handsome. What can I say? Hey, look, it's Green Bay Packers football today. We got to dress to impress. Confidence.
Look, I'm handsome. Like I said at the beginning of the segment, confidence, something Torey Lowe does not lack.
Yeah, Max, you're going to have to play his theme song. It's called Handsome and Wealthy. You're going to have to play Torey Lowe's theme song. He's handsome and he's wealthy.
We'll hear that on the way back. First, here on Green Bay GameDay, I got to tell you about the team over at Gruber Law Offices, who has a reputation for winning. They have experienced, powerful team that works tirelessly to help people and families seriously injured in accidents by providing the best care and service. There is never a fee from Gruber Law Offices until they win your case. They've been serving the people and the state of Wisconsin for over 35 years. Gruber Law Offices, one call.
That's all.
That's all. More Green Bay Game Day when we continue next. It's Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
More Green Bay Game Day coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Take it to the house this season and enjoy tailgating from your own backyard. Tito's wants to make sure you have the best tailgate on the block. You can win game day gear for your next gathering by entering to win at Tito'sTailgate.com. Be sure to enter by November 15th for your chance to win a Solo Stove Grill, a Brewmate back tap for batch cocktails, or a Tito's football jersey. For official rules, visit Tito'sTailgate.com. Must be 21 years old to enter. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
The Boucher Group has exciting news to share with you. We've expanded to better serve our community.
Introducing Nissan Lake Country, the newest addition to our family.
Step into our showroom and discover our exceptional selection of brand new Nissans.
We're also stocked with the best pre-owned options in the market.
And as we expand, we're not just growing our inventory, we're also growing our team.
So join a team that values your skills and celebrates your success.
Visit us online or in-store today and view our current job listings at bouchercareers.com.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here. You know, I've played sports my entire life, been hurt a lot of times, but never had been injured until I had to stop doing the sports I enjoyed because my knee flat wouldn't allow it. I visited Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, where they took great care of me. I put my knee in their doctors' capable hands, and now I'm back in the gym, carrying my golf bag, pain-free for 18 holes, and playing tennis as often as I like with no issues. I'd recommend Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin to anyone. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
They say seeing is believing. And when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
28 years on the Packers, 37 years playing in the NFL, 87 years covering the Packers, and 46 years of being on ESPN. There's no place with more experience when it comes to talking about the green and gold. All day, every day. We are 94.5 ESPN. You're listening to Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Don't know why I came in this club with you, girl. Don't know why I came in with the diamonds on my
Green Bay GameDay, live on a Sunday morning from the shadow of Lambeau Field at the Tundra Trio Houses in Green Bay. That's Tory Lowe, handsome and rich. Handsome and wealthy? What is it?
Handsome and wealthy. Because he's wealthy is not only monetarily, but also his happiness and joy in life. That's why Tory Lowe is wealthy with everything.
I'll tell you what, Kyle Wallace, Alex Stroop also with you here on ESPN Wisconsin 620 WTMJ. Tory Lowe before the show today, Kyle.
Yeah.
We were playing a little game of cornhole.
Oh, okay.
And we decided rather than playing 21, bags, cornhole, same pile. Tory decided, whoever makes it in the hole first wins. Guess what Tory Lowe went ahead and did?
He made it in the hole first?
He sure did.
I felt the confidence.
Yeah, see? You need to get that same confidence over there at Lambeau Field.
Confidence.
You got to feel it. You got to know that it's going to happen. You got to walk in there, take control.
You're a big manifestation guy,
right?
Aren't you? You would be great friends with the former quarterback. you two are two peas in a pod.
I don't know if Tory's doing ayahuasca. Are you, Tory?
Hey,
I'm sure he's not against it.
I might have to go to the black retreat.
He's an open-minded fella. 800-990-3776. Your way into Green Bay Game Day, asking you who's more to blame for the Packers' offensive woes the last couple of weeks. Is it head coach Matt LaFleur or quarterback Jordan Love? Would love to hear from you on the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line. Again, that number, 800-990-3776. Well, the Vikings coming off a big win, fellas, on Monday Night Football this past week as they top the San Francisco 49ers, the team many thought was the best in the league. And now the Vikings riding high into Lambeau Field. You a little bit worried about this Vikings team, Kyle Wallace?
I'm not going to lie. I am. I am worried about this Vikings team because the one thing the Vikings were able to do is they were able to compete against a 49ers team. I understand that, McCaffrey, he was fine. He played and he played well. The 49ers didn't have Deebo Samuel, but at the end of the day, the 49ers were a good football team, and the Minnesota Vikings were able to beat a really good football team, something that the Green Bay Packers, when they had their opportunity against the Detroit Lions, we laid a big egg and we got beat down. And so the Vikings being able to have that confidence to show that they can compete with some of the best teams in the NFL, that gets them hyped up. Their quarterback in Kirk Cousins, who is a veteran. Say what you want about Kurt. Kurt is consistently quality when he is in games. He may not be the best quarterback, but the man threw for over 300 yards last week. And then also his rookie receiver in Jordan Addison elevated his game and helped lead them to victory. So the Vikings should make you a little bit concerned because they are playing well right now after winning 3 games in a row. So, yes, there is some concern.
Without their top wide receiver.
Without their top wide receiver in Justin Jefferson. So this is still a good football team that has experience. Guys know what routes to run, unlike what we face here with the Packers.
Tory Lowe, what say you? You a little worried about this Vikings team?
What a difference 3 games make.
No doubt.
And you talking about just 3 games ago, they were talking about dismembering the team and just starting over. And now you got, Kirk Cousins, give him his flower. Why he's here, he's good. The Vikings, they're trying to make a run at it. And after this game, they have a very easy schedule. So, like I said, right now, the Packers.
Wouldn't you include this game?
On the other side of it, the Packers are on the losing streak. And the Packers have to gain control over this game early. They have to start quick. They have to strike fast.
Sure.
And they're going to have to put the Vikings on their heels. And I think that when I talk about the Minnesota Vikings, my son is a Vikings fan, first of all.
Yeah, I
just don't like it. I just don't like it. But I'm going to tell you this. He called me after the Vikings beat the San Francisco 49ers, and he said, we coming. I thought I was talking to Deion Sanders. But I'm going to tell you this. Rival games are always the best, especially when they play here at Lambeau Field. Packers have an advantage, home field advantage. But like I said, the Vikings are getting kind of scary.
Have you ever had a bad day in your life?
Yes.
Really?
Of course.
I don't believe that.
Hey.
You just seem to be overly positive about everything, which I love about you.
Well, the thing is, it's all about frequency, control, confidence, being able to walk in the room.
Kyle's just going, yep, I've heard this
let
one 800
them feel your
times.
presence, and this is when it comes to football. It's all mental. The game is mental, and it's it's physical game, but it's mental game.
Sure.
And I think that right now, that's why my word for the week is confidence. Hopefully the Packers losing a few games, their confidence isn't shooken, and I'm hoping that the Vikings just had the best game of the year, and the last week the Packers had the worst game.
Would you call that the worst game?
It looked pretty bad.
That Detroit game was pretty bad. So was that Denver game.
As a Packer fan, the Detroit game, it was a slap of reality to understand that your team is not as good as you think you are. So it was a game that, it was ugly, but it was like, you know what? Them Detroit Lions, they made the Detroit Lions from a couple years ago. This Detroit Lions team is actually pretty darn good. Now, when you play the Denver Broncos, you're playing a team
pretty darn good.
that you know is not good. And so by losing to the Broncos after losing to the Raiders, what that tells you is this. It tells you that you're not that good of a football team. So it's one thing to figure out that you're not with the top dogs and you're not even close to being the top dog. But it's another thing to lose to a bottom feeder, because you know what that makes you?
A bottom feeder.
A bottom feeder. And that's why that hurt last week.
And Kyle, you're so right. That's absolutely what the Packers are, right? Like, we all built up our hopes really high after watching Jordan Love kick the crap out of the Chicago Bears in the opener. But, spoiler alert, this is an inexperienced, bad football team.
Yeah.
It's just what it is at this point. And, it's a little painful to watch. I won't lie to you. We were talking off the air a little bit, Tori. I'm 24. All I know is Favre and Rodgers and winning and championship aspirations.
Hey, he was born into that. Like, he was born into it. That's different.
I'm not used to whatever the hell we've been watching the last couple of weeks, but I'm watching them lose handedly to bad teams like the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. It's a weird year. I think, to your point, inexperienced, and this is a team that can be pretty good in 2024, but not in 2023. There's a lot of growing yet to be had.
I think going into the season, before you had to win in 10 games before the season, but that's because you believed in the G, right? You believed in the fact that all we've seen, basically your entire life, my entire life, if we have seen our football team find a way to win, find a way to be successful. But when you kind of have an opportunity to review what we did last year and look at the roster that we had last year, and then you transition over to what we have this year, we were foolish to believe that this team could truly do better than what they did last year with all the subtractions that they had in experience, in veterans, in Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. We should have expected a regression from this organization and the franchise, but because we are Green Bay Packers fans, because we are loyalists to this organization, we believe in the G so much that even when something is hitting it in your face and saying, this ain't going to be a good year offensively, we still have belief. So, I know Chicago was fun when we beat up on them, but Packers fans, like Strophy just said, this is a 2024 project. In 2023, you're just looking to go in the right direction for next year.
He's Kyle Wallace. He's Tori Lowe. I'm Alex Strofe. It is Green Bay Game Day, live from the shadow of Lambeau Field in Green Bay, about 9:23 a.m. this morning with you until noon, leading you up to kickoff. Fellas, I just can't ignore it anymore. This is the third game we've had at home. The third show we've done at the Tundra Trio.
Yeah.
And for the third time in a row, there's way too much damn colors of the opposing team. I'm looking around lot 1, the parking lot behind us here at Lambeau Field. All I see is Minnesota purple. What the hell is going on around here?
I guess everybody's excited in Minnesota, and they came down to have some tailgates right here at Lambeau.
Cheers, buddy.
And look, I don't blame the Minnesota Vikings fans for feeling a certain, air of confidence after the 49er win. 49ers are considered one of the better teams in football.
Why are we selling Vikings fans tickets right now?
I don't know.
What are we doing? I see, even at our Tundra Trio tailgate right now, I see more purple than green and
rival games. Rival games get crazy like this sometimes. And what I'll say is that the Packer fans are showing up. We have a lot of cheeseheads walking around as well. But there are quite a few Viking fans.
Vikings?
Right.
No, it's a lot. Here's the thing. Vikings fans are looking for the opportunity. As more come in here, my goodness. Vikings fans are looking for the opportunity to beat the Packers and see it happen in Lambeau. This is the year that it's going to happen. Now, I'm going to say that they have an opportunity to do it. They've done it in the past, but think about Lions fans. Why did Lions fans come out the way that they did in droves? It's because they thought this was their chance to actually come to Green Bay and win. Vikings fans, the exact same thing. So right now, they're paying a premium price to hopefully see their team beat the Green Bay Packers, but I'm hoping it doesn't go that way. But Strophy, you are absolutely right. I am disgusted by the amount of purple and yellow that I see inside of the Tundra Trio right now, and as I turn around, how much purple and yellow and whatever the heck puke color they got on right now that I see here at Green Bay. So Green Bay Packers fans, make sure we get loud and proud inside of there to drown out those Vikings fans. 'Cause I don't want to have what we had happen against the Lions on Thursday Night Football.
I think that's a great rant. You're on fire this morning, Kyle Wallace. Feeling good right now.
Yeah, last night.
But you're sick of losing.
Yeah, I'm sick of losing. I mean, I had to watch the loss last night, but at least the crowd was hyped up. And then today, I don't want to see any more losing. I want the Packers to get back on track. I understand that we don't need to win a Super Bowl this year, but I want to see my team take steps in the right direction. And every time I have a Sunday or a Monday or a Thursday as an opportunity to do it, I'm going to be excited for it. I'm so glad we're done with the buys. We're done with the Thursday night, Monday night stuff. I'm glad that we can focus on playing consistently every single Sunday. I know what a Thursday sprinkled in there.
A reminder, you can watch Green Bay Game Day live on YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee. We are live in the shadow of beautiful Lambeau Field. There is not a cooler camera setup in the biz than the one we got right now in the shadow of Lambeau Field. He's Torey Lowe. He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Alex Strofe. Torey Lowe investigating, inspecting the view. What do we Powerful. Just like you, Torey Lowe.
The view is powerful.
You're powerful. You're powerful on this program. Also powerful, he's a state champion father, a state champion journalist. He covers the Green Bay Packers for ESPN's NFL Nation. He is Rob Demovsky, and he joins us next on Green Bay Game Day here on 620 WTMJ and ESPN Wisconsin.
We're back with Green Bay Game Day after this on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Football fans, tailgating season is here, and if you want to win at tailgating, you need to Bodify your beverage choice. Bodabox wine is the ultimate addition to your tailgate party. This premium wine comes in a box, so it fits perfectly in your cooler or trunk, and there's no heavy glass or corkscrew to deal with. One 3-liter Bodabox is equivalent to 4 regular bottles of wine, so it's great for sharing. Bring the wine that wins with Wine Critics Bodabox. This is how we Boda. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 or over. Bodabox Vineyards, Manteca, California.
There's only one place in Milwaukee where every day of the year, dreams and reality get together for a great time. Where you can walk in a player and walk out a winner. That place, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. With fantastic dining, gaming, sports betting, a luxurious hotel, and endless ways to win, the excitement never stops. The only thing missing is you. Your win is waiting. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Visit our website to learn more. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Tired of power outages disrupting your life? Make them a thing of the past by getting a Generac home standby generator from Adams Generators. Adams Generators is the largest and #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. With 24/7 emergency support, our factory-trained technicians are standing by to assist you. Visit adamspower.com/generators to make sure your power always stays on. That's adamspower.com/generators.
You've probably heard about employee stock ownership plans before, but what separates Fifth Third Bank from others when it comes to these plans? Fifth Third offers unmatched expertise and flexibility when creating ESOP solutions. From full and partial sales, second stage transactions, repurchase obligation financing, and seller note refinancing, ESOPs can offer tax advantages, increased liquidity, employee incentives, and overall diversification of net worth to help your company plan for the future. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC.
Fleet Farm's got even more Black Friday Now deals for those who just can't wait. Baronet's Radar Hunting Blind is on sale for only $89.99. And get 50 pounds of Safe Step Rock Salt for just $4.99 a bag. Save on 20-pound bags of KT Wild Bird Food, now only $8.99. Plus, get select sizes of whole cashews and mixed nuts for only $5.99. Enjoy these Black Friday Now deals and more at Fleet Farm, home of everything you need for everyday life.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
This is Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Green Bay Game Game Day rolls on live from the shadow of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. I'm Alex Strofe alongside the King, Tory Lowe, the heartbeat of the program, Kyle Wallace. We are happy, pleased, and thrilled to be joined now by a state champion father, a state champion journalist. He covers the Green Bay Packers for ESPN's NFL Nation. He is Rob Demovsky. Rob, you haven't pulled a hammy since the last time I talked to you, right?
I have not, but I'm a little colder than the last time we talked.
That's fair. It is a little brisk out here. Are you on the field? What are you up to right now?
I just came back from being on the field, and I'm now in my little office inside Lambeau where we work during the week. I just tweeted this. It's going to be like 42 degrees today. This is the third home game. The first two home games were 68 and 64, meaning they will not have a 70-degree home game all season. That's hard to believe that, like, they'll play at Lambeau Field and won't have what I would consider a nice weather game. I mean, not that 68's bad, but it's just not. The weather's not good in Green Bay for football, at least not for me.
I tend to agree with you on that. 42 degrees, not very warm, but injuries, man, they just won't stop. Couple injuries on the defensive side of the ball last week. Bring us up to speed, Rob. What do you know?
Yeah, Jair Alexander was really interesting on Friday. Listen to him trying to, first of all, tell us how he got hurt. It was a collision with a third string quarterback, and I was like, how does a starting cornerback collide with a third string quarterback? Well, I found out that Alex Magoo, the third string quarterback, sometimes plays tight end during
Taysom Hill style.
So that makes a little bit more sense. I don't, with Jair, it's so hard to know. A back injury, he could wake up today and feel good. He could wake up today and feel terrible. The one that, two things surprised me. One, Aaron Jones is completely off the injury report. However, Matt LaFleur says he's still dealing with a little soreness. So why is he completely off the injury report? Does that tell us that he's going to be still limited on a limited rep count, or is he actually going to be able to go 25 carries? Well, he's never going to get 25 carries, but 20, 18. We'd settle for 18 to 20, I think, if you were an Aaron Jones fan. And then Luke Musgrave, the tight end, who, on Thursday was in a walking boot. By Thursday afternoon, the walking boot was sitting in front of his locker, unused, and by Friday was out on the practice field and looking pretty good, actually. And talking to him afterwards, I got to be honest with you, talking to him after practice on Friday, I don't mean to get all weird, but I was looking at his ankles, and I couldn't even tell which ankle it was that was sprained. Like, I didn't see a whole lot of swelling. I believe it was, if memory serves me right, it's his left, based on the replay, although I could be remembering that wrong. But my point is, I couldn't even tell by looking at his ankle which one was sprained, so I think that's a decent sign. He'll have to test it in pregame. The cold cannot be good for a sore ankle, I wouldn't think. But I think he's got a decent chance, or at least a chance, to play today, which certainly could help this offense. I mean, it hasn't helped it much the last 3 weeks, but it certainly would be good to have him if they could get him.
I mean, talking about helping this offense, I just don't understand. I don't know. I feel like at this point, is it just the youth and experience that's causing this offense to stall out, or is it more of something that Matt LaFleur is doing? Like, who is it more important for this offense to get going, Matt LaFleur or is it Jordan Love?
Yeah. Driving in, I heard you guys talking about who's more to blame. It was Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? Were those the two choices?
Yes, sir.
Or Matt LaFleur and the players? I would say that who was more to blame is General Manager Brian Gutekunst, who gave Matt LaFleur this roster. I mean, this roster, quite frankly, it's not very good. At least it's not very good with proven players. And, they rolled the dice, they meaning the scouting department and more specifically Gutekunst, rolled the dice that these young guys would develop quick chemistry with Jordan Love and bringing in a veteran tight end, receiver, or even on the offensive line, was not going to be the way to go. And that gamble so far has come up empty. They have lost that because this roster just has not been good enough to play the kind of football that they need to play. So to me, that's where the blame lies at this point is, on this team. It's just there's not enough playmakers. Not to say that some of these guys won't develop into players 2-3 years down the line that we look at and say, man, these guys are really good, but right now they're not.
So Rob, with that, at what point do you reset expectations, right? Because in the locker room, clearly, you understand what the goal is each year, and I feel like coming into the season, the Packers knew they were young and inexperienced, but as you said, they had hope that guys would start clicking. At what point do you start resetting those expectations where you're really just focused on development?
Yeah, I honestly think that's kind of what this whole season is about. It was about from the beginning. Now, that said, I thought after they started, 2-1, and Jordan Love had 7 touchdowns and 1 interception through 3 games, I thought maybe they could sneak into the playoffs, and which would be, would have been a huge bonus for this team. But clearly, it does not look like they are headed in that direction. In the locker room, I got to be honest with you guys, doing this for 26, 27 years now. I know the ultimate goal is about winning, but individually in that locker room, it doesn't matter what kind of team you have. Each guy is kind of focused on themselves, and that's just the way professional sports is. Like, that's not unique to this team. These guys, I don't want to say they don't care about winning, but these guys care more about their part in winning and their own development, and then when it all comes together as a collective, that's the result. And look, I think each one of these guys needs to look take it upon themselves to look in the mirror and go, okay, what am I not doing, for myself that then can translate.
Your confidence tends to be shaken, and you mentioned how the Packers started out hot. Jordan Love, first 2 games, we felt, when they went 2-1, that okay, we may have something here. But after losing to Denver, after losing to Vegas, after losing 2 games where we felt that we should have won, where is the confidence right now?
Yeah, Tori, I think that's a great question, and I'm going to take it to this spot. To me, the biggest issue about confidence is that I don't know if this defense has any confidence in its own offense. And that's a bad thing for a team to sort of have, like, one side of the ball pitted against the other. Because, look, if you're a defensive guy, if you're Rasul Douglas or Kenny Clark or, on down the line, one of the more, important big players on this defense, Jair Alexander, when he plays, like, if you're one of those guys and you go out and say, we just heard our head coach say that if we hold a team under 20 points, we should win that game every time. What are you to think as a defensive player? You're to think, well, the offense didn't do their part, right? They didn't bring to the table what they were supposed to. And to me, that's a dangerous thing for a football team that's had a couple of losses, and one side of the ball has clearly been deficient. Now, you could say that, look, there have been games where, the offense did get them a lead, and then the defense, gave up a late score, which happened in Denver, right? Isn't that the way it unfolded? Yeah. Packers went up 17-16 in the fourth quarter, and the defense gave up a field goal at the end, right? But still, 19 points, that should be good enough for most offenses in the NFL. And to me, that's where the confidence, Tori, is wavering, is from one side of the ball to the other.
Rob Demovsky with us here on Green Bay Game Day. Alex Strofe, Tori Lowe, Kyle Wallace with you from the shadow of Lambeau Field. Toasty Rob Demovsky's office as well, also in the shadow of that as we freeze our butts off out here. Rob, I know I asked you about this last week, but I got to ask again. Relating to the Packers' lack thereof scoring in the first half. They have not scored a touchdown in the first half since September 17th, week 2 against the Atlanta Falcons. Has Matt LaFleur put an emphasis on hot starts this week? And how did they get something going early on which they've been unable to do since week 2?
Yeah, we've heard that now, Alex, for the last how many weeks? As we got to start
4,
better.
5, right?
They've been outscored. Yeah, they've been outscored 63-6 in the first half of their last 4 games. I mean, that's just unacceptable football right there. And they don't seem to be able to get going until they're behind, and they kind of have to readjust and kind of throw the game plan out the window. They've tried things. I mean, like last week in Denver, they tried to go up tempo, no huddle in the first half. I don't know how easy it was to see on TV because sometimes they don't show that between plays. But there were several plays in the first half where they went no huddle to try to get something going, and it obviously didn't work. So it's not like they haven't tried things. They just haven't found the formula that works. The hard thing I think is I think it'll be different today because the Vikings are a blitz-heavy team. But teams haven't blitzed. They've sat back in coverage. They've rushed 4. They've had 7 guys in coverage, which makes it hard to find open receivers. But on the flip side of that, you theoretically should be able to run the football, but they haven't had their best running back, at full strength or on an unlimited snap count. So I think all that has added up to where they are offensively, at least in the first half.
Rob, last thing as always, what happens today at Lambeau Field? How's this one going to unfold? You told me last week you're not going to pick the Packers anymore.
Correct.
Are you going to follow through on that?
Yeah, I am. I said to Alex that I can't pick the Packers to win until they win, and I think their best chance to win a game is next week and not this week.
Fair enough. What about a score?
Look, the defense has played okay. The Vikings don't have Justin Jefferson. I'm going to say the defense, holds them to not under 20, but I'm going to say it's like 24-17.
Okay, I like it. I like that from Rob.
Packers, 24-17 Packers. I'm just going to say it for you. No, the Packers.
Rob Domofsky, you can read him at ESPN.com, ESPN NFL Nation reporter for the Green Bay Packers. Appreciate you as always, Rob. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Tori Lowe, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe with you. It is Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. We got to talk about this offense a little bit more past Jordan Love, Aaron Jones' health, Christian Watson running the wrong routes. What the hell's going on? Why haven't they scored a touchdown in the first half since week 2? I've got an issue with that. I'll tell you more about it coming on next on Green Bay Game Day.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Day will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Are you tired of looking at a dirty, dusty, and cracked garage and looking for a fresh new look? Hi, this is ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta, and I'm here to tell you about Floor Shield by Showtime Floors. Using a state-of-the-art coating 4 times stronger than traditional epoxy, it's tough enough to be used in military bases and airports. Floor Shield is certified as an anti-slip floor and also eco-friendly, all while being UV stable, and my favorite part, easy to clean. This makes it perfect for outdoor spaces, just like your patio. Check it out at ShowtimeFloors.com and work with a specialist to transform your space in as little as 1 day.
Here in Wisconsin, a good old-fashioned is an important way of life. And that's where my friends at Perky's Old Fashioned come in. Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel here to tell you about the easiest way to put together an Old Fashioned. Perky's offers both brandy and bourbon Old Fashioned mixes. And get this, the booze is already in there. Just add the soda of your choosing, and you'll have Grandma Perky's Old Fashioned in the palm of your hand. Perky's is locally made and great for get-togethers of all kinds. Get perked up and head to perkysspirits.com for your nearest Perky's location.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust. Men can be their own worst critics, especially as we get older and compare our current self to the younger version. The experts at Forward Healthy Lifestyles in Germantown help men with testosterone optimization, regenerative medicines, heart health screenings, weight loss, and yes, sexual enhancement services. Forward Healthy Lifestyles can offer regained energy and endurance, more muscle and tone, enhanced performance, joint therapies, and more. Change your life and stop comparing who you are now to who you used to be. Visit forwardhealthylifestyles.com for a free consultation.
After a serious crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. Your future, your family's future, your quality of life. That's why knowledge and results matter in big truck cases. And not all law firms have the know-how or the resources to handle these complicated cases. At Gruberg Law Offices, we have the experience it takes to make sure you're protected. And there's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
What is dedication?
People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike and you didn't? I just created an environment where they taught themselves and all I had to do was be there.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
28 years on the Packers, 37 years playing in the NFL, 87 years covering the Packers, and 46 years of being on ESPN. There's no place with more experience when it comes to talking about the green and gold. All day, every day. We are 94.5 ESPN. Welcome back to Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Don't stop, continue. Give it away like the Packers offense has done the last couple of weeks. Green Bay Game Day. Alex Grove, Kyle Wallace, Tori Lowe with you from the shadow of Lambeau Field. We got to talk about the Packers offense, but first, everybody's talking about the Island Resort and Casino, the largest resort north of Milwaukee, with gaming, dining, live entertainment, a sports book, a luxury spa, and championship golf. Visit islandresortandcasino.com to book your getaway today. That's islandresortandcasino.com. We have a little delay here as Kyle Wallace finally makes his way back up to the stage. Did you drop your phone in a bush?
It fell out of my pocket. Thank you to our team here.
It landed in the bush?
It landed in the bush, yeah. I'm an old man. I couldn't see it.
You are an old man.
I am.
And you're one of like 3 people in the United States of America that still use an Android.
That's a lie. That's a lie and a half. That's a lie and a half. A lie and a half.
2 iPhones to 1 Android.
Let's go, baby. Hey. Let's go.
Okay, here y'all go. That's the problem. I don't even want to get into it.
All right, so me and Tori are ganging up on Kyle, but I think all 3 of us can gang up on Matt LaFleur and the Packers offense, given their struggles as of late. No team worse in the NFL in the first half this season in terms of points per game in the first half than the Green Bay Packers, but there's no team better in the NFL in the third quarter than the Green Bay Packers as they lead the league in points per game in the third quarter. We just talked to Rob Domofsky about it, but this team hasn't been able to start hot. They've only scored 6 points in the last 4 games in the first half, but they always seem to make some sort of a run in the third quarter. Why is that the case, Kyle? I don't get it.
It seems like this team is actually good at adjustments and good when they have to shift and play a little bit more up-tempo. And when you get to play from behind, sometimes that kind of flips the switch and you play with a different trigger. But what I like about that is one thing, because I've talked about it this whole year. We asked Rob Domofsky about it. This season is about getting better. And so if I can think about the future, not going to look ahead, if this team already knows how to be a second-half football team and play from behind and play when they're down, this serves a good purpose for in the future when they will have to play from behind when it actually really matters, and understanding not to be rattled when you get hit in the mouth and know how to fight and scratch and claw and get back. Really, so the offense on the first half piece, I don't know what the issue is. I really don't. And obviously Matt LaFleur doesn't. So I can't sit here and act like I can tell you what to do when the guy that gets paid millions of dollars to try to figure it out can't get it figured out. And so when you watch the game, it just seems like they can't establish the run game. It seems like they can't get any on first down. They're not winning first down.
Right.
You get third and longer, you're not able to execute. It just seems like we're not able to sustain drives. We're not even getting field goals in the first half.
You're right. And what's frustrating for me, Kyle, is the fact that this head coach, Matt LaFleur, supposed to be an offensive genius. Ingenuity, creativity. I just feel like we haven't really seen that, right? Last week against Denver, you see Dontavian Wicks throwing a pass. And while that's creative, it's also a trick play that I don't think you need to be pulling out in the third quarter against the Denver Broncos, right? I don't think that's the spot for it. So, lack of creativity with a young offense, a first-year starting quarterback, it's a little frustrating for me.
I'm hearing people saying that maybe Matt LaFleur's confidence in Jordan Love is not there, and he's tightening up the playbook. And many times it lacks creativity. I've watched these games, and I've not seen the trips, a lot of things, a lot of creative styles with Aaron Rodgers that they use with Aaron Rodgers. And maybe right now Jordan Love is not at that level where they can have the confidence of him to run that style of offense that they allow Aaron Rodgers to run. But I'll say this, it's Matt LaFleur's job. We came in with one of the youngest teams in the NFL.
Youngest receiving core.
And I think that when you lack the veteran ideas, you're going to get this. You're going to get hesitance. You need a veteran who's been there, right there, saying, hey, look, we're going to jumpstart this game. We're going to get on top of them early, and you don't see that with these young guys. Jordan Love, this is his first starting year. And I don't think he has that, hey, let's get out here, let's jump on top of these guys. And I think that comes with time. And I think that if, he can stick around, that he'll add that to his repertoire as a veteran as he keeps growing.
It'd be nice to have a healthy Aaron Jones in order to help get the thing going pretty early in the games. I do believe, I'm a big fan and big believer in the fact, especially when you have a young quarterback, inexperienced receivers, to be able to establish a run game, because when you establish that run game, now people have to make sure that their linebackers have to freeze a little bit when you have that play action fake, which might free up some stuff when you're coming across the middle, or might free up some stuff on the outside. And so I think really not being able to establish a run game because you do not have a guy that's a threat like Aaron Jones is also hampering this team. Rob said it. This team had no intention. On offense, they went all young. They went young with the expectation they're going to have David Bakhtiari, and they're still going to have Aaron Jones. They are missing both those guys, and Aaron Jones has not been healthy. And so not having that piece, a vital piece, a veteran piece that you wanted because it's young all around, is really served a terrible purpose here for the Packers as they've struggled not being able to have that veteran in the backfield.
Kyle, you're missing your opportunity to get into a verbal altercation. I know you love a good verbal altercation. We just had like 14 Vikings fans walk past us.
Yeah, they look like a gang.
Oh, here come the cops now. Here come the cops now.
Get them!
Go
get them! Get those purple people!
Go get them!
They're causing a ruckus.
Too drunk. Throw them in the drunk tank.
I decided I'm gonna leave people alone this week, but it's like a gang of 15 of them.
Yeah.
I am outnumbered. My face is too decently looking to get beat up today.
Fellas, I like to think we're all men of culture. Have you guys seen Hamilton?
Oh, come on now. I have. You may not know. I love Hamilton.
Do you?
Listen, I'm gonna be real. When I saw Hamilton, I started listening to the soundtrack. I legitimately would go to sleep and have dreams about like the song playing in my head. Oh yeah, I'm not throwing away my shot.
Tori Lowe, have you? Nice.
No, I haven't. I've not seen it.
Well, coming up next on Green Bay Game Day, we have Headlines, the musical from Wilde and Tausch on Friday. Josh in Heartland, a bona fide super fan, made Headlines, the musical, which is a parody of some songs from the hit musical Hamilton. We listen and react to that. Coming up next, it's Green Bay Game Day live on 620 WTMJ and ESPN Wisconsin.
More Green Bay Game Day coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
If you're looking for a truck, go to the source. Ewald Automotive is Milwaukee's truck headquarters. No matter what you're shopping for, we've got them all. Ford, Ram, Chevy, GMC. All backed by our low price guarantee with savings up to $10,000. We'll even pay you $2,500 over book value for your trade. Plus, drive away with Ewald's exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Why shop anywhere else? Shop now at ewaldauto.com. See dealer for complete details.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA, best-selling author, and founder of the Neal Group, with over 40 years of experience helping businesses make money and keep it. 2023 is almost over. How are you doing? Do you even know how you are doing? Do you have money in the bank? Are you getting the advice you need to minimize your taxes and put more money in your pocket? Do your calls get returned and questions answered? We help you look at your numbers and understand what they mean. How would you like an extra $10,000 or $100,000 in your pocket? We can help you now, before the end of the year. Using tried and true strategies, we have helped countless businesses increase their profits and lower stress. Our Neal deal guarantees you will increase your profit or you don't pay us. Really. If you want to get started on the road to making more money and having less stress, visit nealgroup.net right now. That's NEAL group.net. The first meeting is free to see if we can help. Again, nealgroup.net.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. You have undoubtedly heard me talking about Mentality by now, and its greatness. But don't just take it from me. Hear my pal Jason talk about what Mentality has done for him.
I realized that, Father Time is undefeated, and missed the feeling of being in my 20s again. I was like, what the heck, why not? Got to give it a try. This is the one shot that we have, so I want to feel like that spring chicken again. So I went to Mentality, and it's been an amazing experience ever since. My only thing that I wish I could change is that I went sooner.
Get started today at LoTusa.com.
Tired of power outages disrupting your life? Make them a thing of the past by getting a Generac home standby generator from Adams Generators. Adams Generators is the largest and #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. With 24/7 emergency support, our factory-trained technicians are standing by to assist you. Visit adamspower.com/generators to make sure your power always stays on. That's adamspower.com/generators.
Even when you think you know what's going on, you can never be too sure.
Adam, you said tush push very smoothly and casually there.
Well, let's give it a shot. Tush push, tush push, tush push, tush push, tush push. It took Jen there 4 or 5 tush pushes, right? I'm still going strong here.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
Tush push, tush push,
tush push, tush push, tush push.
Took me 2 times there for
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand. You're listening to Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and with 620 WTMJ.
She's a silver lining, Lone Ranger riding through an open space. In my mind, when she's not right there beside me, I go crazy, 'cause here is
Green Bay Game Day on a Sunday morning, live from the shadow of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. I'm Alex Strofe alongside the dancing Kyle Wallace, the illustrious and confident Tori Lowe.
Hey.
We had quite the moment this week on Wildy and Tausch. Great tune by the Arctic Monkeys, by the way. Nice pick. Max Meyerson, our producer, back in the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Studios, downtown Milwaukee. Quite the moment this week on Wildy and Tausch. Each and every week they do headlines, which has evolved into more of a theatrical performance. And Die Hard fan Josh in Heartland made his submission, Headlines the Musical, a parody of Hamilton. So Tori, you have not seen Hamilton. Kyle Wallace has dreamed about Hamilton. I have also not seen Hamilton.
Oh, come on.
However, I have seen bits and pieces, shout out to TikTok, and I understood this. Here is Josh in Heartland's Headlines the Musical.
We have the Green Bay Packers, losers of 3 straight, dropped to the middle of a forgotten spot within the standings from awful play by the offense and squalor. Yeah. Can anyone step up and be a baller? The great defense, first round picks with so few picks, trying to play smarter, but asking why it's so harder to stop the run against teams who aren't any good. Another week, what opponent will run it even farther? Alexander Madison. His name is Alexander Madison. And there's 1,000 yards he hasn't run. But just you wait, just you wait. It must be nice, it must be nice to have
Kyle looks so happy right now.
Side.
No, I am. I really am.
It must be nice to have Hawkinson on your side.
I like the harmony.
Justin Jefferson staying home. Justin Jefferson staying home.
So good. So good.
Justin Jefferson staying home. Yeah, he's been on the IR for so long. Love no one appreciates. He beat the Bears and the Saints, but incomplete, and we
my jam.
Anyway. Incomplete. There's so many mistakes. There must be a reason that's by his side during the season slide. If they're willing to wait for him, then I'm willing to wait for it. I am not taking a downfield shot.
Okay.
I'm hitting on my checker, so we go for it on 4 downs, and I'm not taking a downfield shot. A message from Drama Queen.
This is the best part, T-Lo. This is the message from the Drama Queen. You know what the Drama Queen is?
Yeah.
You say the price for Jordan Love is not a price that you're willing to pay.
Oh, no.
You cry in your beer, which you hurl at the TV when I'm on McAfee. Why so sad? Thought the offense was supposed to be better when I went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember that after retirement, I'm your man. I'll be back. Soon you'll see. You'll remember the way things were with me. I'll be back. Time will tell. You will hang high, my number 12. Coaches rise, GMs fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, even with the messed up Achilles, I'm so much better than Jordan Love. Allen, Randall, sing.
Amazing. Amazing stuff right there from Josh in Heartland.
Tori, you have no idea. When you watch the play, the musical play, and then you remember back to this, you be like, dang, Josh and Hartley did this thing. I mean, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I saw a tweet from Ron in the Key, one of the other diehard fans of ESPN Wisconsin, that said this is, bar none, the greatest listener contribution in the history of ESPN Wisconsin. I would agree.
No, it's not
You
close.
can't top that.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah, it is. We're gonna have to sit down and watch Hamilton together, so you can really 100% feel the greatness of what we just witnessed.
The creativity of Allen, Randall, sing in reference to Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb, who are also members of the New York Jets. He's Torey Lowe. He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Alex Strofe. Coming up next on Green Bay Game Day, the so creatively titled Jason Wilde Hour, as Jason Wilde joins us live from the Tenter Trio Houses in the shadow of Lambeau Field. Coming up next, we'll have injuries. We'll have thoughts on the offense struggles. We'll have thoughts on injuries, all the in-betweens. That's coming up next as Jason Wilde joins us on Green Bay Game Day.
We're back with Green Bay Game Day after this on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Hi, this is Wayne Larrabee, the voice of Green Bay football. You know, fans count on me to make the right call every time, and I can continue to do that thanks to Summit Eye Care of Wisconsin. When my vision began to drift, my eye doctor said Summit Eye Care was the best place to go. Using the latest adjustable implants, the doctors at Summit were able to fine-tune my vision. In fact, my vision is now the best it's ever been. Summit Eye Care was the right call to help me see all the action on game days.
To schedule an appointment at one of their locations, visit summitiwi.com.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Bring friends and watch your favorite team compete on big screens. Grab Game Day Eats in T. McSee's Sports Bar or celebrate your team's victory in Horizon's Steakhouse. To book your game time at the Island Resort and Casino, call 800-682-6040 today.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
28 years on the Packers, 37 years playing in the NFL, 87 years covering the Packers, and 46 years of being on ESPN. There's no place with more experience when it comes to talking about the green and gold. All day, every day. We are 94.5 ESPN.
Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith here. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Party people!
It's time to get this tailgate started and get you ready for the green and gold game. This is Green Bay Game Day, powered by ESPN Wisconsin. Live outside the south end zone of Lambeau Field. Here's Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, Torey Lowe, and Jason Wilde.
Oh, here we go. Hour 2, Green Bay Game Day, live from the shadow of Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. I'm Alex Strofe, alongside my usual cast of characters, the King, Tory Lowe, the heartbeat of KBN, Kyle Wallace, and now the oh-so-creatively named Wildy Hour, as the three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wildy, joins us. Jason, how are you? You're working through some technical difficulties over there, it seems?
I'm not working through any technical difficulties. It's just you're really loud, and you're loud to begin with.
That's true. That's an accurate statement.
You're coming in hot.
You appreciate your ears to be able to hear.
Yeah. I may go to the winter hat to cover up my ears to stunt the sound from your.
Oh, so you don't want to listen to me?
Tones. No, I just don't want to listen to you at that decibel level.
No, that's fair. That's very fair. I've got a new headset on. We're working through some stuff, Jason.
You are definitely coming in hot, and you're looking lukewarm.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to do with that.
Now I can't hear anything. So you guys, it's fine. We will persevere. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you.
I'm waiting for people to come interrupt you when you're talking.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes.
Last time I was here.
Usually how that goes.
Happened twice already.
Playing catch with Lynn Dickey.
Yeah, where is Lynn Dickey today? I haven't seen him. Yet.
He's on the he's injured. That happened a lot with Lynn Dickey during his
it also happens a lot with the Green Bay Packers in 2023. Jason, what's your assessment of the injury report, which we'll get to a little bit later in the hour when it officially comes out? But right now, it's a long list.
Yeah, we'll have inactives in about 25 minutes. Of course, the biggest question is, will Jair Alexander be on that inactive list, or will he be active? Now, he talked after practice on Friday and informed us that he was injured when he collided with the third-string quarterback. Now, you may be wondering, how does your – and Jair said it exactly this way. How does your top cornerback collide with the third-string quarterback? Well, the third-string quarterback on the look team was playing tight end, and they both went up for a ball and like that.
So two questions on that. Number one, that's a wild story.
It is wild. That's not a question. That's a statement.
That's a statement. Number two.
God, I've missed you.
I missed you too, bro. Good to see you. Number two, is Alex Magoo the new Taysom Hill? What the hell's going on there?
No. So, in fact, there's been times during my career dating back to when we actually got to see more 11-on-11 periods of practice when Aaron Rodgers would play safety.
Really?
Like, it was just something to kind of...
I'm sorry, he would play safety.
Safety.
This is before, this when Brett Favre was still here.
No, he was the starter. He would like to go into the back pedal and defend. Now, the issue here, and Alex Magoo is a nice fellow, played in the USFL. They really like him in terms of what he brings. He's kind of like Kurt Benkert without the gaming and the attitude and the criticism of the coach after he's gone. But if you're working on the look team, I don't think you're supposed to put in as much effort as it sounds like he put into catching this pass, which is what led to the collision and now has led to this back issue for Jair Alexander. So that's one of the really important things we'll have to find out today. Everyone practiced to some degree. It looks like they're going to get Devondre Campbell back. We'll see what that does for their defense. But again, this is a team that is obviously going to miss some pieces today, but also could have some pieces back. Another one that I think we're all eager to see is how much will Aaron Jones play? Sounds like he's going to play. He was listed as questionable, but he is going to play, I think. But are they going to take the limitations off him? And is he going to play 40, 45 snaps? Is he going to get 15, 20 touches? Those are all things that will really decide, in my opinion, whether they win this game or not.
Yeah, you've gone back to a few times. I think the three of us have talked about it too with Aaron Jones, right? What is the difference in terms of the win column for this Green Bay Packers team if Aaron Jones is healthy? And Jason, you're pointing to it as a big indicator, if you will, of whether you picked them to win or lose today?
I really do think that most of the games they've lost, I think if they play the exact same way, but they have Aaron Jones in the lineup, I think they win potentially all of them except Detroit. Like, that's how thin the margin for error is in the NFL in general and for this team specifically. They can still play poorly in all the phases that they've played poorly in and still have been in position to win those games. They were in position to win those games without him.
Right.
And he, in those moments, for example, they've had 4 times now this season where Jordan Love and the offense have had the ball in their hands at the end of the game with a chance to go win it, right? And they did once. The other 3 they lost. And probably they would have lost the 4th one had the kicker for the Saints made that very, very makeable field goal. But my point is that when you have your best player, not only your best player on offense, but your most veteran, your most proven player, and Matt LaFleur's not going to get up there and go, God, we'd be so good if we'd have just had Aaron Jones healthy all year. No, he can't do that. I can, because I really do think that they would still be experiencing the same growing pains. There would still be the same disappointments with a lot of their operation, but the record would look different. And we'd be sitting here talking about, man, boy, they got a lot to improve, and they got a lot of improvement to make, and here's their issue here, and here's their issue there, but they'd also have a different record as well.
I think that's
this
a fair
guy
point.
right here, you want to talk about a radio legend. That is Wayne Mauser. He is one of the all-time greats in our business. Hi, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
He is outstanding.
Wayne.
You should aspire to be Wayne Mauser.
All right, good to know.
He used to do a show
What does he
called
do?
Titletown Talk.
Okay.
I think he's based out of Oshkosh, but he's been covering the team longer than I have.
Clearly.
Did that make the video? But he would like get all these great guests to come all the way down to Oshkosh to do his show. He's just got that kind of likability to him, and I see that in you.
What's going on here, guys?
Yeah, he's showing you love. Just accept it. Say thank you.
Take a compliment.
Give me a hug.
Especially now
Love you,
that you're
buddy.
not at 75,000 decibels in my ear. I love you a lot more.
Okay, well, you're annoying, and we're only one segment into this thing. Hey, it's been an up-and-down season for the Green and Gold. That can be expected with a young roster and a first-year starting quarterback. Something that isn't so inconsistent should be your pregame tailgating. Game plan, stop by your local store and stock up for your tailgate with the Noka Boozy Iced Tea. For those looking for a delicious non-alcoholic option, pick up Athletic NA Craft Beers and Liquid Death Mountain Water. I'm having one right now. Our guests here at the Tender Trio are enjoying these products currently during our pregame tailgate, and they will be all season long. Pick up Noka Boozy Iced Tea, Athletic NA Craft Beers, and Liquid Death Mountain Water for your next tailgate. Jason Wilde, Tori Lowe, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe with you. We continue live from the shadow of Lambeau Field as we talk about the offensive inconsistencies. Coming up next, it's Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin, 620 WTMJ.
More Green Bay Game Day coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Football fans, tailgating season is here, and if you want to win at tailgating, you need to Bodify your beverage choice. Bodabox wine is the ultimate addition to your tailgate party. This premium wine comes in a box, so it fits perfectly in your cooler or trunk, and there's no heavy glass or corkscrew to deal with. One 3-liter Bodabox is equivalent to 4 regular bottles of wine, so it's great for sharing. Bring the wine that wins with wine critics, Bodabox. This is how we Boda. Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 or over. Bodabox Vineyards, Manteca, California.
There's only one place in Milwaukee where every day of the year, dreams and reality get together for a great time. Where you can walk in a player and walk out a winner. That place, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. With fantastic dining, gaming, sports betting, a luxurious hotel, and endless ways to win, the excitement never stops. The only thing missing is you. Your win is waiting. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Visit our website to learn more. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Announcing the former All-Star Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek. And the former John Paul's Buick GMC is now the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters. Greg Cunis was recently named Time Magazine's Wisconsin Automotive Dealer of the Year. Plus, Cunis dealerships have been awarded Top 100 Best in the U.S. by the Automotive News the past 9 years. Our mission is to bring the Cunis Auto Group's unequaled customer satisfaction and service to our friends in the greater Milwaukee area. Cunis Milwaukee Buick GMC stores have the area's largest pre-owned car, truck, and SUV inventory with over 3,000 vehicles available on lot or online and always at a price and payment you can afford. And all new and pre-owned Cunis vehicles come with our exclusive no-fear lifetime warranty coverage at no extra charge. So buy like a champion at the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Oak Creek, 7020 South 27th Street, or Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street. Milwaukee's Buick GMC headquarters.
Bucks basketball is back. A new era tips off with Coach Griffin at the helm, alongside returning favorites and exciting new additions. It's Dame time, Milwaukee. Don't miss a moment of the action. From the electrifying slam dunks to the roar of 18,000 fans, all unfolding live at Fiserv Forum. Secure your seats now. Visit bucks.com/tickets and join us for an unforgettable season of Bucks basketball. There's a seat waiting for you at Fiserv Forum. Secure yours now at bucks.com/tickets.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
28 years on the Packers, 37 years playing in the NFL, 87 years covering the Packers, and 46 years of being on ESPN. There's no place with more experience when it comes to talking about the green and gold. All day, every day. We are 94.5 ESPN. You're listening to Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
And a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night.
Green Bay Game Day rolls on. Live from the shadow of Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. I'm Alex Strofe alongside the singing Kyle Wallace.
I love you.
The eating Tori Lowe, who is actually not alongside us. And the 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, the great Jason Wilde with us here on the Jason Wilde Hour. Is that what we call it? Hour? The Jason Wilde Hour?
Longest hour of the show. Or at least it feels that way.
It's the best hour of the show, Jason.
What's that say about us?
No. I'm just saying it feels really long because I'm on and I talk a lot. That's not a rip on you. That was a self-deprecating remark.
But that's what the people want to hear. You got to give the people what they
want.
want.
They want some information on occasion.
You got the information. I've got the crappy opinions.
You
Kyle,
got that fun game that you invented, yes or no.
What about it?
You've got that. You invented that.
Yeah, it's the greatest segment in radio every week.
Yeah.
You seemed uncertain about that.
No, I'm certain about it.
That's too good. It's too good. Tori, how you feeling over there, bro?
Hey,
you enjoying your hot chocolate?
I'm feeling amazing. I got my hot chocolate.
Cheers.
What is it, 40 degrees now?
About that. 41.
Without the wind.
Wow, you've got your reads on there and you've got the temperature?
The boy can see. Tell you that much.
Wow.
Brother, I came prepared today, all right? I didn't come here just to party.
It's a nice change of pace.
Like Flo Rida once said, the great American order. I didn't come here to party.
Look, it's a beautiful,
I only came for the cake.
I'm
anyway.
having a great time at the Tundra Trio. Look, just got my hot chocolate without the spike.
That's what I want. I want the rum shot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do want that, but I can't.
Is that what those like candy
right?
looking?
That's exactly what those are. Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds delicious.
Huh?
You ever dive into some rum chata before?
I have not. No. I have, maybe before
Never in your heyday.
Game. I didn't have a heyday.
Oh, you had a heyday, you liar. You know you had a heyday. You went to Madison.
I did.
You had a heyday.
I did. Tough to watch last night.
No kidding.
Talk about injuries, by the way, that we spent a lot of time on.
Yeah.
On Packers-wise, they did not have a great night on that front.
No, they did
not.
not.
A lot more difficult than it already was.
No, they did not. And Kyle froze his butt off yesterday.
Yeah, I did. I was actually sitting with Jonathan Bruss, so that was very.
You and JB?
Me and JB were sitting together. Yeah, it was an interesting game.
How'd that happen?
I had some other people I wanted to bring, and they offered me a ticket, and they offered me a ticket, and I took it. So so my fam was there, and I got to sit with JB. It was a good time.
So I was thinking about this as I was walking through the crowd, and I did see
too much purple. Is that what you're saying?
There is a lot of purple. There's no doubt there's a lot of purple. But I saw some guys who were dressed as characters from The Big Lebowski, and then I saw another guy, bigger guy, wearing just a T-shirt, and I thought,
no.
How do you dress? Like, this is something that I don't have to worry about, right? I've been in press boxes for 28 years. I don't have to worry about staying warm. What do you dress because you want to look good, especially if you're say a single fella that's trying to impress people, or do you dress purely for warmth? I don't know. There's some attractive people in the crowd.
Some. Not very many, but some.
I don't think people are really, when they go to the game, and if you're trying to pick up a lady at a football game, don't talk about my Wisconsin women like that. There's some beautiful Wisconsin women here and men. And so
I got hit for that comment.
If you're trying to pick up somebody at a sporting event, I don't think they're too concerned about what you have on other than the fact that you have on a Packers shirt.
Right? Is this guy confused?
It's the most simple form.
Hold on. He's wearing a Vikings jacket, a Vikings jersey, a Vikings hat, and a Packers G around his neck.
They're sport coats.
Sir, are you confused? Are you confused? Are you confused on your fandom? Oh, okay. Got it.
Those are really amazing sport coats.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
They look like a doo-wop band.
So is that like every
Jersey Boys?
Is that every stadium they've been to? Maybe across the sleeve, they've all got different team decals.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah,
that must
look,
be
it's
what
all
it
up the
is.
sleeve.
It's good. It's good.
That's interesting.
There's too many Vikings fans here, Jason.
Yeah, we should have moved the video camera so people could see those guys.
Well, I'm not running the camera. I'm running the show. What do you want from me? I'm sick of your attitude.
That wasn't. Did you not get enough sleep last night?
No.
He didn't. I can tell you that right now.
No.
Kinda
I
grumpy.
had a big one last night.
We'll get
Jason.
less sleep and we'll be grumpy.
Yeah,
as Mike McCarthy likes to say.
Offensive struggles have been very, very, very frustrating, one would say.
Indeed.
As the Packers have not scored a touchdown in the first half since September 17th. That was a month and a half ago, week 2 against the Atlanta Falcons. The last touchdown in the first half. They've only scored 6 points in the first half in their last 4 games. No team is worse in the first half in terms of points per game than the Green Bay Packers, but no team is better in the third quarter in the National Football League up to this point in the season. What the hell's going on
So
in
they've
offense?
got that going for them.
Have they emphasized a hot start? Like, is that part of the messaging this week?
It is certainly something they've been emphasizing, and you'd like to say in the NFL that you get what you emphasize, but they haven't gotten it yet. And I think if we're being honest about this offense, I think we have to recognize the issues that they have, right? They have a first-year starting quarterback. They have 2 starting tackles who are second-year players. They have 9. I know I keep saying this. I sound like, well, you wouldn't know what a broken record is because you guys are too young.
Hey,
for
that's
records.
not true.
But the 9 guys that are either rookies, 6 of them, or second-year players in their depth chart at tight end and at wide receiver. And it doesn't mean that everyone screws up every play. It takes one guy. We've seen multiple instances of 2 receivers running to the same spot on the field, and then Jordan Love has 2 guys in one location. That's not what you want, right? We see plays like the interception in the end zone in Las Vegas where he has pressure in his face right away, and he's not able to make the throw. Like it always, and this is what happens with bad teams, it always seems to be something. Sometimes it's, as I said to Jordan when we were talking during the week, I said, look, sometimes it's you, right? You miss a read, you don't put a ball where you want to. Other times, you're expecting a guy to be one place and he's another place. Like, how do you get to a point where you're not having these, this time it's this guy. And everybody loves this 1/11th that they like to say. But, yeah, it's really true. Like, if 10 out of 11 are doing what they want and the one guy isn't, and it's a different guy every time, I'm not sure how you fix that, especially when you're as young as this team is.
So speaking of that, you talked to Jordan Love. Is there a sense that Jordan Love has the command and leadership abilities to be able to kind of get the guys together? Because I'm trying to figure out whether this is a Matt LaFleur thing that he has to issue, or is this a guys on the field getting together and Jordan leading them? Because this is his first year doing this as a starting quarterback, and that's a lot on your shoulders with this model of youth.
That's a really good question. You're a guy who's in a leadership position in your job, right?
Yes, sir.
So my experience with you is you're an incredibly likable, nice fellow.
I would agree.
Are there times, though, whether it's Torrey or others, where you maybe have to get after people a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how do you go about doing that, right? To me, that is the biggest challenge of leadership, because anybody, whether you're coaching a 7th grade girls basketball team or you're running a department at a radio station or you're the quarterback of the NFL team in Green Bay, it's easy to lead when things are going well, right? It's really easy to do that. Like, everybody's playing well and everybody's happy and everybody feels like they're valued and everything else. That's great. When things are going poorly is when you find out what kind of leader you are, obviously. And in Jordan Love's case, the other part of it is he has to figure out what kind of leader does he want to be in those types of moments. And he learned a lot of good things from Aaron Rodgers, just like Aaron Rodgers learned a lot of good things from Brett Favre. He also learned some things that he said, I'm not going to do that, just like Aaron Rodgers did with Brett Favre too, right? And one of them, Jordan Love does not appear to have any interest in ever publicly chastising guys on the field. We've seen guys make mistakes. We've seen maybe him kind of look up at the sky, but that's it. And he has not been the way Aaron Rodgers would show his frustration. But Aaron Rodgers also had the capability of behind closed doors in that building over there to say, hey, you got to get your you-know-what together and get after a guy in a constructive but harsh way. And I don't know if Jordan has that or not. Now, I talked to A.J. Dillon for a piece that ran in the State Journal this morning, and A.J. Dillon knows him better than anybody. They've been friends from even before the draft. he says that Jordan has it's not just, oh, yeah, it's okay, good job, it's okay that you made a mistake. He says that Jordan has the ability to get after guys. Now, we have not seen that, but again, if he's doing it behind closed doors and that's his leadership style, quite frankly, I respect that more than embarrassing a guy on the field.
Well, Rodgers did that,
He's
I would
right
say,
here,
right?
Aaron Rodgers, right there.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers' Jets jersey, and it's not Ben Brust. What a sight.
It's not signed by Matt LaFleur.
I still can't get over
I don't
that.
want to relive that.
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
No, definitely not.
Green Bay Game Day, Alex Stroh, Jason Wilde, Tori Lowe, Kyle Wallace with you. And from the shadow of Lambeau Field, fans rolling into Lot 1. A lot of Vikings fans, which I'm a little bit upset about, but that's fine. Also upset about the offense. You mentioned A.J. Dillon, Jason. Quadzilla found his footing.
Well, a little bit, to some degree, sure. And
he was probably one of the few bright spots in that Denver loss.
Yeah, I do think he finally kind of had the kind of game, again, not perfect by any stretch, but the kind of game that you expect from him. And, again, we'll see. We talked earlier about Aaron Jones' role. If he's healthy enough to play more, I do think that also makes it easier on A.J. Dillon. Like, he doesn't have to carry the load, which is not necessarily where he's at in his career. So, again, these guys are all varying degrees of inexperienced. That's not an excuse, but it is an explanation for the inconsistency.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to say, why is it not an excuse? But I guess the explanation is also just a reasoning behind. Because to me, I feel like the inexperience is the reason why the Packers are struggling right now. You talked about the left tackles. You talked about all the second-year or first-year players. That is an excuse to not be very good on offense because you don't know what you're doing.
And look, let's be clear about that part of it. It is your job to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think that they have a bunch of guys that are lazy, that aren't, studying. I don't think it's like that Johnny Manziel Netflix special where his agent gets a phone call from the Browns to inform him that he has 0.0 minutes of watching film on his iPad. I don't think that's the issue with these guys. But again, they make mistakes that they're not going to, you would hope anyway, they're not going to keep making. But we're still only 6 games in. Your hope would be that we get down to, November, December, and those mistakes are fewer and further between.
Usually when you get to a situation where a few games didn't go your way, people start pointing the finger. Mm-hmm. Who's feeling the pressure right now in Green Bay?
Well, first of all, when it comes to pointing the finger, that's a really good point because I think that there would be the danger on this team of veteran defensive players who have played well enough to win to point the finger at the offense and say, hey, we're doing our part. These guys aren't doing theirs.
The audacity of anybody on that defense to point the finger at it. When we had Rob Demoski on, and he said kind of a similar thing about the defense is going to get frustrated. Do we not remember what this defense has been in the past and how they have not rose to the occasion?
No.
How they couldn't be patient?
I totally agree with you, and I don't think they're – and I meant to praise them. I know it didn't sound like that. That they have not been that way.
Yeah.
And I think, when Jair Alexander said after the Raiders game, hey, we just have to not let these teams score touchdowns at all now. I think there were people that kind of reacted to that, he's trash talking the offense. Well, no, I think he understands their limitations and the issues that they have. Now, all that said, first of all, the defense has not lived up to some aspects of their job either. They have 5 takeaways. They're tied for the fewest in the league. No team has fewer than them. I think there's 5 teams with 5. Secondly, there's still been opportunities for them to get stops that would have resulted in them winning the game. They did it against the Saints, although if the kick is made, they failed in that one
Correct,
too.
Yeah.
But you look back on the Denver game, Packers take a 17-16 lead. Now, is it unrealistic to expect them to get the stop there and not give up the field goal to go ahead? Maybe, but they have their own issues. And you're right, they've been the bigger issue for such a long time. So back to Tori's question, I do think that someone like Rasheed Walker, who has been their starting left tackle since David Bakhtiari's injury, I am very curious to see when they go through warm-ups if we see Yosh Nijman at left tackle today and whether they make a change. I don't think they're going to do that, but if they were looking to make a change, that would seem to be a smart time to do it. They're not going to move Zach Tom to center. That was very clear this week.
Yeah, that back and forth with you and Steno was interesting.
And they need him to stay at tackle, frankly, because Daniil Hunter is really good.
He's really good.
So I to your point, I don't know if anybody's seats are necessarily hot, because I think everyone expected anyone who was realistic, I should say, expected these growing pains. But if this continues down this path, and we're sitting here freezing in December talking before a game about how many mistakes they're making, then suddenly it's not only on those young players making those mistakes, it's also on the coaches who are not coaching those out of them anymore.
He's Jason Wilde. He's Tori Lowe. He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Alex Strofe. This is Green Bay Game Day, live on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ from the shadow of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up next on Green Bay Game Day, it is the Injury Report presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. That's next. It's Green Bay Game Day.
We're back with Green Bay Game Day after this on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Hi, I'm Dr. Armand Chichich, board-certified urologist at Metropolitan Urology Group. Guys, it's a fact of life. At some point, you'll probably encounter a men's health issue, kidney stones, prostate symptoms, maybe even erectile dysfunction. But did you know most of men's health issues can be treated as an outpatient or an in-office visit? Find out how we can help you at Metropolitan Urology Group.
Go Urology, Metro Urology. Real doctors, real solutions.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
This is the year to buy the woman you love a big anniversary diamond.
What's a big anniversary diamond?
A big anniversary diamond is any diamond that's at least twice as big as the one in her engagement ring.
Why twice as big?
A big anniversary diamond says, I love you twice as much today as the day I married you.
People are always so happy when they see the price we can give them.
Kessler's has wonderful prices on 1 carat, carat and a half, 2 carat, and 3 carat big anniversary diamonds.
People will ask you about your big diamond everywhere you go.
So big anniversary diamonds are the hot new trend?
It began with men buying big anniversary diamonds for the women they love, but now it's gone to a whole new level.
Women are now buying big anniversary diamonds for their men.
Women are saying, two can play that game.
I like games that two can play.
Everybody likes games that two can play.
Welcome to Kessler's.
For the location nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Congratulations are in order for Cedar Ridge Distillery's Original 86 Bourbon, the best-selling bourbon in Iowa for a third straight year, making a home in Wisconsin. Ben Bruss here to tell you more about Cedar Ridge Distillery's bourbon and whiskey. Aged in non-climate control rickhouses, the Midwest weather means Cedar Ridge products go through all the temperature swings. That means unique flavors. So it makes sense that the Quintessential is one of the highest awarded American single malts. Trust me, each bottle of Cedar Ridge is handcrafted with that Midwest feel. Learn more about their award-winning products at cedarridgedistillery.com.
Tired of power outages disrupting your life? Make them a thing of the past by getting a Generac home standby generator from Adams Generators. Adams Generators is the largest and #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. With 24/7 emergency support, our factory-trained technicians are standing by to assist you. Visit adamspower.com/generators to make sure your power always stays on. That's adamspower.com/generators.
This is Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a sex that's bringing me down. I went to he said my life's a bore. So quit my wife because it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?
Green Bay Game Day rolls on live from the shadow of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. I'm Alex Strofe alongside the king of breakfast, Tori Lowe.
Hey, I'm tailgating. Let the Tundra Trio. We gotta get involved in the festivities.
He's just got a mouthful of food. That's good radio right there.
I think I need
Powerful.
to tailgate.
Powerful. I need a tailgate too. Kyle Wallace with me as well. Jason Wilde breaking open cards right now. I'm a little bit confused on what's going on over there.
I don't know if you know, but Jared, one of our marketing consultants, is
He's a big card guy, right?
Big time card guy.
I need to talk to him.
Guy.
I got a PSA 10 Kevin Durant rookie card. Sonics. Need to talk to him about that. What are you doing?
I did a break.
How'd you do? You got an autograph card from
Brian
Bijan.
Branch.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
Something said Bijan.
You're very disappointed.
I got very excited. I was like, that's worth some money.
Brian Branch is a good player.
He's a good player,
Detroit
too.
Lions.
He is. The Packers could have had him.
Wrong team, though.
He dropped out.
The Packers actually traded that pick to the Lions, who then used it on Brian Branch.
Really?
Yeah.
Could have used the safety, it might seem.
Yeah.
Time now for the injury report, which is presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. We go to the expert, Jason Wilde. Today's injury report for the Green Bay Packers is?
And it is full of great news.
Oh.
Jair Alexander, active.
Yes.
Devondre Campbell, active.
Yes.
Josh Myers, active.
Yes. Powerful.
Didn't receive all that much excitement. And Luke Musgrave, who Matt LaFleur was talking as if there was no way in God's green earth he was playing today, is also active despite the ankle injury he suffered last Sunday in Denver. So essentially, all 53 players on their roster were available. So their inactives, Malik Heath, their newly signed corner, Robert Rochelle, Zane Anderson, Brenton Cox, and Caleb Jones. So everyone who was listed as questionable is active, and everyone who is a scratch today is a healthy scratch. Obviously, they've got a couple of guys that are on injured reserve in Eric Stokes and in Darnell Savage, who were put there this week. So you would certainly love to have both those guys available. But other than that, they're in a pretty good spot injury-wise. Guys will be playing hurt today.
Finally. Now, obviously, a back injury is a unique one. It's a hard one to deal with. So Jair been kind of back and forth the last couple of weeks, but good to see him active. Aaron Jones, you brought it up last segment, Jason, but I want to take training wheels off. And I know that's easier said than done when you're dealing with a hammy.
In fairness to him.
Well, right, but they haven't.
Yeah.
So what's it going to take? Do we know?
Yeah, I talked to him on Friday, and I said, look, this team is different when you're healthy and when you're touching the football more frequently. How close do you feel like you are to being yourself again? And he said, if I won't be 100% on Sunday, I will be 100% the following week.
Okay.
Now, that assumes that you don't have anything happen that creates a setback.
Correct.
Otherwise, you're not going to be 100% next week. But I think he recognizes, and frankly, I think Matt LaFleur recognizes, that the more he touches the ball, the better the offense is going to be. I just think they're very leery of, at least in the last several weeks, putting him out there and giving him 20 touches or more, and then he re-injures the hamstring, and then you're without him for another month or 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation. Powerful.
Hey.
The big thing for me is having Jair back, right? Because
sure.
Having Jair and Jordan Addison looked like the real deal last week.
He looked great.
So having an opportunity, that gives me more confidence that this defense is going to be put together. The Minnesota Packers have been able to slow down the Minnesota Vikings when they had Justin.
Did you just call them the Minnesota Packers?
No, he was
right?
changing his thought.
The Packers have been able to, I don't know what I said, but they're not the Minnesota Packers.
That's what it sounded like.
But the Packers have been able to slow down the Minnesota Vikings when they had Justin Jefferson, and we saw that last year with Jair on that field. So that gives me confidence that this defense, who has played well against Kirk Cousins at times, has the chance to keep us in the game, maybe get more turnovers, and give some momentum to that offense.
Oh, man. I'm nervous about this one, fellas. The Vikings look like they're hitting their peak at the right time. Maybe not their peak, but they are turning things around with a big win on Monday over San Francisco. The short week works in their advantage, but I'm a little nervous. About this one.
You're not taking the Mark Tauscher advice then, which is to believe that they're going to have a letdown because they emptied their bucket to beat the 49ers.
But I don't think they did. I don't think they did empty their bucket.
You and Tausch can hash that out another time.
Where do you stand on that debate?
I think the Packers are going to win today.
Oh, really, Jason?
I do.
Wow.
He said it with confidence.
He did, and that's what Tori's been talking about. Based off of what are you so confident about the Green Bay Packers? I love this.
I think they're going to find a path forward offensively that gets them more productivity. Certainly not.
So they will score a touchdown in the first half?
I don't play Prize Picks with Tausch, but if it was a 0.5 touchdowns in the first half, I would take the more and say that they're going to get one.
Jason Wilding has
I like
confidence.
that we finally get to see the Packers offense, the complete offense. Like I said, we got the injury bug early, and now today, thank you, for talking about the injury list. Now we get to have a more complete offense out there. Will it make a difference?
You would certainly hope so, right? And when you look at, a couple of the things that have happened to this offense, Christian Watson is still kind of finding his footing, so to speak, right? He missed the first 3 games with that hamstring injury. They've missed some connections on deep balls. He changes the game. If you can hit him on a ball down the field, that, energizes the stadium and all those things. So, they need more from him. They also need more from Romeo Doubs. He's got 3 catches in the last 2 games. He was targeted 25 times over a 2-game span. Now the last 2 games he's only been targeted 9 times. So you got to get those 2 guys. Those are your 2 most experienced wide receivers. Got to get them involved. I still like Jaden Reed a lot. I love his potential. The guy that I really like and I think needs to play more is Dontavian
Wicks. Yeah,
That's my guy.
I think he's got those kind of qualities that you look for. You'd like to get him more opportunities.
Outside of passing the ball, right? You want him catching the ball.
I don't know. He had the longest completed pass in terms of air yards that they had last week.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's
not a good thing.
That's what last week was, though, man. That's what last week was. Jason Wilde, Tori Lowe, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe with you here on Green Bay Game Day. Coming up next, the greatest game in radio. We play yes or no?
Perhaps.
With Jason Wilde. Coming up next on Green Bay Game Day.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Day will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
For over 4 decades, one name has stood out as a symbol of excellence in automotive sales and service. It's the Boucher Automotive Group, dedicated to providing exceptional experiences to all of our valued customers.
We will help you find the perfect vehicle within your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey. Riding with you every mile since 1977.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Bring friends and watch your favorite team compete on big screens. Grab Game Day Eats in T. McSee's Sports Bar. Or celebrate your team's victory in Horizon's Steakhouse. To book your game time at the Island Resort and Casino, call 800-682-6040 today.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here. A couple years ago, my knee was acting up. As an athlete, I've played through pain before, but it was getting to the point where I couldn't compete in the sports I loved. I decided to check out Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. It's the best decision I've made. I felt no pressure to have surgery. That was important to me. We had choices. I ultimately did choose to have a procedure. I was in and out in just hours and back in action shortly after. I recommend meeting their doctors. Visit orthowisconsin.com today.
Even when you think you know what's going on,
let me go through my roll, because I got the whole roll of Amazon stuff here.
You can never be too sure.
Not mine, 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 not mine. Whew, I'm tired.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
Not mine, not mine, mine.
Okay, so
what did you get that time?
Genius mushrooms.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand. Welcome back to Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
So gonna smoke. They tell me to quit, don't listen what I'm told. Help me forget that this world is so cold. I don't even know what I'm chasing no more. Tell me what I want, just keep searching on. It's never enough, cup after cup, after. I wouldn't get one if I could find a flaw. In the car, and I put that
Green Bay Game Day rolls on live from the shadow of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Getting you ready for Green Bay, Minnesota, noon kickoff on Fox. I'm Alex Strope alongside Tori Lowe, Kyle Wallace, and the three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde. Do you not like when I say that?
No,
you always make
fine.
a face.
No, it's fine. That's just my regular face.
Did you get, like, plaques for winning Sports Writer of the Year?
I do. I have them in my office at Lambeau.
We got a lot of award winners here. We got Tori Lowe award winner, Jason Wilde.
Wait, there's an award named after Tori Lowe?
No, he's a WBA award winner 2 times.
Okay.
And so
I want to win the Tori Lowe award.
I would also like to win.
What would
Tori
the
Lowe
trophy
award.
look like?
What would that be?
You know, I would have it made of steel.
Steel?
It'd be your body,
Steel.
I assume?
And it'll be my face on it.
I like that. I'll take a Tori Lowe face.
A steel bust of Tori Lowe.
If you make trophies and you're listening, send us one.
I'm just messing with y'all.
All right, time now to play my favorite part of the week. It's time for yes or no
Maybe.
with Jason Wilde. Let's start with this, fellas. Aaron Jones will carry the ball at least 15 times today for the Green Bay Packers, as he apparently will be a full go today. 15-plus carries for Aaron Jones, Tori Lowe.
I'd say 20. Yeah, yes. Yes.
I thought this was an easy one. This is a no, because Aaron Jones, he disappeared last week. I didn't know what happened to him. 15 touches. Hopefully, he has 15 total touches in the game, but no, he ain't getting the ball 15 times.
Okay, Jason Wilde.
Maybe. Look, I think there's a chance that maybe he gets to Tori's number via touches. You know, if he gets, maybe 6 or 7 targets in the past game and then carries the ball 12, 13, 14 times, then maybe that happens. But look, even if I think we shouldn't be greedy. And, the 2 games that he's played over since the opener, one game he played 23 snaps, one game he played 20 snaps. I think he had 5 touches in one game and 6 in the other. Like, getting to double digits would be progress at this point.
Is there a demand for him to touch the ball?
There's certainly a demand for him, even though he's not the type of guy who's going to come out and say that. But I just think I understand the frustration, right? Because you want him, he is a field-tilting player. And if you're going to put him out there, you got to use him. At the same time, they really do seem worried that if they use him too much, they're going to lose him, and he's going to re-injure that hamstring. So it's a dicey proposition and one that they have not figured out yet.
Good use of the word proposition there by Jason Wilde, by the way.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for your service. Question 2, in yes or no with Jason Wilde?
Perhaps.
I'm so sick of you. I lost my train of thought now. The Packers.
That went over the air.
The Packers.
I'm so sick of you.
Will score a touchdown in the first quarter. Yes or no? Hot start. Packers will score a touchdown in the first quarter. They have not done so since week 2.
I want to say yes, but I'm going to have to say no.
Okay.
That's a new variation on yes or no. I want to say one, but I'm going to say the other. I like that. I might steal that at some point.
Kyle Wallace?
And so I got some juice. And when I say I got some juice, is yesterday I didn't have a lot of faith in the team. And the team actually performed well. I'm talking about the Wisconsin.
You're talking Wisconsin,
And so I want to be optimistic again. And I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say, you know what? Yes, the Green Bay Packers are finally going to put more points on the board in the first quarter that they have not been able to do. 66 to what? 3?
Something like that,
63 to 6.
63 to 6. Well, it's going to be 63 to 13 after this one. And so, yes, the Green Bay Packers are going to score in the first quarter.
Okay. 1 yes, 1 no. What does Jason Wilde have to say on this one?
Possibly. I think they're going to
push you off the stage.
It's a long way down, too. I think they will score in the first half. I'm not sure.
That's not my question.
I know. That's why I said possibly. I think they will score the first half. There's 2 quarters. I'm going to do what Joe Barry does to us. All right, so you guys understand, right? There's 2 halves, and in each half, those are divided into halves again, into quarters. So there's a first quarter, and there's a second quarter. I love it when he does that because it's really condescending.
Is he doing that on purpose, or is he just...
I don't know if he's doing it to be
can we talk about Joe Barry for a minute? Because
it's your segment.
Well, that's actually your segment. You're the one with the name in the segment.
No.
With Jason Wilde.
Oh, I didn't know that I was in that title, too. I thought it was just the Wilde Hour.
It's the Wilde Hour and Yes or No with Jason Wilde. Anyway, Joe Barry earlier this week made a little headlines as Matt Schneidman of The Athletic tweeted out that he said he asked reporters if Justin Jefferson was still on IR, said good. Was that his way of shutting down the question related to Justin Jefferson? Was he trying to make a funny?
I think he was trying to be funny.
It didn't work, though.
I chuckled.
Did you?
I did. It wasn't a courtesy laugh either. Because, let's be honest, obviously Justin Jefferson only had 1 catch last time they played each other here. And, you had, I can't do the gritty. Sydney does the gritty better.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I didn't think that was that bad.
But that's obviously hugely beneficial to the Packers that he is not playing, regardless of the fact that he only had 1 catch the last time they played here. He had an enormous game in the opener last year. So, to me, I think that was his way of kind of jokingly saying, hey, I'm really glad that
very
guy's
distracted
not
by Ricky Bobby that just walked in of Talladega Nights fame. He's got sideburns
really
and everything. It's a pretty good costume. Sorry. You can continue.
I can see why he was so distracted.
He was distracting. One of my favorite movies.
Really?
You a Will Ferrell guy?
I am, but I've never seen that film.
Shut up.
That's a good one.
No.
What you see, Step Brothers,
Nights,
right?
Yeah. I've never seen
The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Maybe I have to say that I'm not that big of a Will Ferrell guy.
You've never seen Step Brothers?
I've never seen Step Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
You're not a fan then.
Yeah, okay.
Those are his 2 best, debatably.
Yeah.
What about the one where he plays on the I've seen the one where he's on the basketball team, the ABA team.
What is it? I'm blanking on it. Some semi-pro.
Yeah, now that one I've seen. That's a good
movie.
Not that good?
I would put Step Brothers and Talladega Nights above it.
Significantly high.
Yes or no, Tori Lowe? Jason Wilde is actually a Will Ferrell fan.
Hey, he's an admirer.
God, I like this guy.
That's a good response.
Kyle Wallace?
I already said no, he's not a fan.
Yeah. Yes or no, Jason Wilde's a fraud. I say yes. Jason Wilde with us here on the Wilde Hour.
That is really good.
On Green Bay Game Day. I got to go introduce myself to Ricky Bobby. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we get Jason Wilde's game prediction and final thoughts. Packers-Vikings just over an hour away from kickoff right there, right behind us at beautiful, historic Lambeau Field. Green Bay Game Day rolls on right after this.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Day will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Q Club of Wisconsin is the hangout spot for watching sports, playing games, and having some drinks. Mike, what do you have going on over there?
That's right, Gary. We've got so much going on here. And of course, we're your home for green and gold games every week. Plus, book our VIP area for any of your parties, which includes a private pool table, 2 shuffleboard tables, and 4 dartboards. And of course, our fish fry piled high on Wednesdays and Fridays.
All happening at the Q Club of Wisconsin, North Grandview Boulevard in Waukesha. Check out QClubofWisconsin.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
What does the skeleton say before dinner? A bon appetit. And why did the ghost go to the bar? For the booze. Yeah, Halloween jokes can be corny. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Since 1960, we've provided the most spooktacular selection and savings in town. From skull-shaped vodka bottles and pumpkin cream liqueurs to adult trick-or-treat bags and your favorite seasonal wines and beers. We've got the spirits to get you in the spirit. Combine our selection with everyday low prices and 2 convenient locations, and Discount Liquor is the one trick-or-treat stop you can't skip. Discount Liquor, locally owned and family operated with 2 locations, in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow in Maine. See all of our specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Hi everyone, John Miller here from PDS, a Converge company. PDS has been providing technology solutions and transforming IT for area companies for over 30 years. Today, we are helping organizations integrate digital workplace strategies that are giving today's worker the true ability to work from anywhere as they balance work and life both securely and productively. And as HP's largest partner in the area, our combined solutions have never been more important. If you're struggling with this, know we stand ready to help. From ideation to transformation, we can help you evolve your work from anywhere strategy. Learn more at pdsit.net.
The all-new Potawatomi Casino Hotel has something you gotta see. Play more slots and games, and you could say, "Show me the money," to reveal up to 10 grand each Thursday. 800,000 in prizes is up for grabs. 40 winners each week. This October and November at Potawatomi, Milwaukee. When you're ready to win, just say, "Show me the money." More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
It's Chevy truck season, and with a Chevy Silverado, there's no such thing as an uphill battle. With a Chevy Silverado, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. Because with impressive towing capability, an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen, and the choice of powerful engines to pick from, whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado with the capability you need. Visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com.
Welcome back to Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
We have the Green Bay Packers, losers of 3 straight, dropped to the middle of a forgotten spot within the standings.
Green Bay Game Day rolling out live from the shadow of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The UW Marching Band making their way into the stadium, performing just behind us here at the Tundra Trio Houses in Green Bay. So, fun vibes when the UW band comes to town. Obviously, coming off of a loss yesterday to Ohio State, but they're looking to bring some winning energy to the Green Bay Packers.
You're riding solo?
I'm riding solo right now because I don't know where the hell Tori Lowe is. I don't know where the hell Jason Wilde is. I didn't know where you were. So, yeah, I'm doing the radio show that we signed up to do. Yes, Kyle.
No, I had to come back. And so, no, you know what? I'm excited for this Packer game. I kind of teased it the last segment there.
Yeah.
It's yesterday coming into the Badger game. I had no faith in the Wisconsin Badgers whatsoever.
None?
None. Did you have faith that the Badgers going to win yesterday? No.
That's why you play the game, right?
You did. And so yesterday what I learned when I stepped foot into that environment, I said this place is rocking. And it gave me confidence to say, you know what? I am not throwing away my shot to pick my Green Bay Packers.
Hey-yo.
So I'm telling you, I'm being more optimistic now because what I saw yesterday gave me more energy and excitement about when you play at home, a rivalry type game where fans there's a lot of fans that hate Vikings fans here.
Oh yeah, I'm one of them.
And so that's the thing is that you're gonna have that raucous, loud crowd and environment. And I think the Packers have a chance to do it.
And that's a requirement of Packer fans. You got to get the Bears, you got to get the Vikings. And I can't go a whole week listening to Viking fans calling my phone. I can't.
Talking about his son.
Like your son?
I have a son that's a Viking fan.
How did you raise him so incorrectly?
You know what? I pray to God every day that he bring him home. He's kind of like Darth Vader. I'm trying to get him to come back to the Force.
If that's your only failure as a father, you've done a great job.
Yeah, you've done a good job then. You've done a good job then. Jason, speaking of a good job, that team at Boucher Automotive always does a great job.
They do, don't they? They take great care of us, and they'll take great care of you as well. It's getting a little cold out here.
It's chilly. I'm not lying.
It's time for me to go in the nice, warm, toasty press box.
Bring us with you.
The bougie box.
For us, it's Boucher Nissan in Greenfield. Mike and Scott and the whole team over there. Danny, they always take great care of Paula, and they take great care of everyone because that's the Boucher way. At Boucher Automotive, we ride with you every mile. They've got every dealership under the sun. They've got every brand. If you need a vehicle, they're the place to go. And if you're looking for a specific vehicle and they don't have it, they'll get it for you. That's the beauty of Boucher Automotive, where we ride with you every mile.
Vikings favored by a point here at Lambeau Field as the Green Bay Packers, the Minnesota Vikings, go toe-to-toe their first divisional battle against one another of 2 this year. Jason Wilde, you have been pretty positive on the Green Bay Packers.
I have been, and I think today's the day where they get things figured out. Now, I would argue that there will probably be, perhaps as soon as next week, a week where they again look like they don't know what they're doing offensively, because that's what happens with young teams, and I think they have the opportunity today to kind of make a statement of, all right, we're going to have our ups and downs, but there's been way too many downs, and they are overdue for an up. I think Jordan Love's going to come out. I think he's going to play well. I think he's going to take advantage of having Aaron Jones at his maybe not 100% strength, but certainly a higher level of strength than they've had him. I think they get it done today. I really do.
Score?
They will score, yes.
Jason, you're good.
Perhaps.
Witty, good, quick response. You could be a comedian.
They will not get shut out.
Possibly.
They will not win 2-0. I don't know how many points they're going to put up. I don't know if it's realistic to think that they're going to, be able to put up 30 points in a game. I will say this. I want to see what Jordan Love does against a team that blitzes as much as this team does. I think it's an enormous growth opportunity for him. If you look at the first 6 games, most teams have not felt the need to blitz Jordan Love. So he hasn't faced it a ton. This will be a big game for him to show that he can handle that when they're coming after him.
Green Bay Game Day. One call. That's all, like our team at Gruber Law Offices.
So David has now expanded his footprint. And now if I'm driving, in fact, I drove over on 172 this morning. First I saw Tausch with Gina Della and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin on one billboard. And then a few miles later, there's David.
Sounds like we need to get you on a billboard.
No, that's definitely not what we need to do. What we do need to do, though, is if you have been injured in a serious accident, I hope I never need David's legal expertise. He's got a great team over there at Gruber Law Offices. I hope I'm never in a position where I need him. But if I do, it's great to know that he's there. It's so reassuring. And they've got the best team because they've got great, experienced lawyers who know exactly what it is to take care of their clients. One call, that's all, isn't just a slogan. It's how they treat the whole process. They take that call, they get you all set up, and then you can stop worrying. You can focus on healing. So go to the website, gruber-law.com. That's gruber-law.com. Or make that one call. That's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666.
Jason, we appreciate you. We'll listen to you on Green Bay Game Night right after the game on these very stations.
It was great to spend time with you guys. And it was great to spend time with you too, sort of. Maybe, perhaps.
I'm so sick of you.
That warmed me up.
I'm going to push him off the stage now as we say our farewells to Jason Wilde. We continue on hour number 3 of Green Bay Game Day with me, Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, Tori Lowe. Coming up next here on 620 WTMJ and ESPN Wisconsin.
For kids at the Salvation Army, a meal isn't just a meal. It's fuel for imagination, determination, and dreams. It's energy to be role models, change makers, and to just be kids. With your gift to the Salvation Army, a full meal is provided to a child, which leads to a full heart, a full night's sleep, and a future full of possibilities. Donate to the Salvation Army today, and you'll show local kids love beyond hunger at samilwaukee.org. That's samilwaukee.org.
Are you driving up to Green Bay right now wishing there was a more convenient and fun way to get there? The trip should be a part of the party. Start your tailgate every game day on the bus. Milwaukee Brathaus, Jack's American Pub, and Wanakee Golf Course offer transportation on game days to and from Green Bay on each home football game day. All you can drink on the bus plus a private restroom. Book your round-trip ride from any of these locations and get complimentary access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at the bar on Holmgren Way. Visit golfwanakee.com to book your trip today and use code ESPN23 for 10% off. Take it to the house this season and enjoy tailgating from your own backyard. Tito's wants to make sure you have the best tailgate on the block. You can win game day gear for your next gathering by entering to win at titostailgate.com. Be sure to enter by November 15th for your chance to win a Solo Stove Grill, a Brewmate back tap for batch cocktails, or a Tito's football jersey. For official rules, visit titostailgate.com. Must be 21 years old to enter. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Tired of power outages disrupting your life? Make them a thing of the past by getting a Generac home standby generator from Adams Generators. Adams Generators is the largest and #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. With 24/7 emergency support, our factory-trained technicians are standing by to assist you. Visit adamspower.com/generators to make sure your power always stays on. That's adamspower.com/generators.
Game nights will here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Party people!
It's time to get this tailgate started and get you ready for the green and gold game. This is Green Bay Game Day, powered by ESPN Wisconsin. Live from the shadow of Lambeau Field, here's Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, and Tori Lowe.
Green Bay Game Day rolls on live from the shadow of Lambeau Field on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. I'm Alex Strofe alongside the powerful Tori Lowe.
Hey.
And the confident Kyle Wallace.
Yeah, cold and confident.
Yeah, very cold. It's chilly out here today. 41 degrees, blistery a little bit.
No, I was talking to some of our teammates. Hannah, who is basically the manager of today's beautiful Tundra Trio here at Green Bay Game Day, and she told me this morning at 6 a.m. they were sweating. They said it has gotten colder, Matt. Has it gotten colder? It has gotten colder from 6 a.m. until now, but you know what? That is okay. That is okay because you know what Green Bay is known for? They're known for the frozen tundra. So though this may not be
come on, you got to put a little bit more mustard on that.
The frozen tundra.
That was very good.
Here at Lambeau Field. And the great thing about it is I may not like games like that, but these players, they got to love it because this is what we are made for. This is our bread and butter. This is what we're known for. This outdoor stuff, not that indoor stuff they do in Minnesota, where real men are made on the football field when it's cold.
Hey, you're not a Packer fan if you don't like the cold weather. Once again, we out here. It's a powerful day.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like you can be a Packers fan and not like the cold.
But it's the frozen tundra.
That's true.
Tori's toes got to be frozen.
I just don't like
I'm
sitting
going to tell you
in
this.
Tori got on the slide.
I remember when I was playing football and it was cold out, I used to think about the frozen tundra. You know, the ice ball. You know, it was my motivation.
I love it.
The ice ball's a little closer.
And I get excited because most teams don't play well when it's cold.
That's
and
true.
We get the advantage.
Take it to the house this season and enjoy tailgating from your own backyard. Tito's wants to make sure you have the best tailgate on the block. You could win game day gear for your next gathering by entering to win at Tito'sTailgate.com. Be sure to enter by November 15th. That's sneaking up quick for your chance to win a Solo Stove Grill, a Brewmate back tap for batch cocktails, or a Tito's football jersey. For official rules, visit Tito'sTailgate.com. You must be 21 years old or older to enter. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly. All right, fellas. Less than an hour away from kickoff. The chilly vibes, big game vibes. It's a get-right game for the Packers. Jason Wilde says he thinks they'll win. Rob Domofsky says he doesn't. I talked to Tom, the bartender. He thinks they're going to win. He had a vision last night, he told me. Tom, the bartender here at the Tundra Trio. I'm not sure if you guys have talked to him about his vision, but he told me all about it.
You should have asked him how often he has visions.
I will. I will have to ask him that. I will follow up with that. So that was.
He told me his prediction as well. Tom, the bartender.
Yeah, he told you? Did he tell you he had a vision? He had an epiphany, he said?
Yeah, he told me, hey, he felt it. He's feeling the vibe.
Are you feeling the vibes?
Oh, I'm always feeling the vibes. The frequency is definitely high right now.
The frequency.
I'm on the frequency right now. I'm hoping that the Packers come out high.
You're on drugs? What does that mean?
Hey, the frequency mean is the energy, the Packers. You know, the roar of the crowd, the energy that we're bringing. Because, you know, the fans contribute to the win as well. So, like I said, I'm here with my energy. I'm ready.
You going to the game?
We'll see. Last time I went to the game, it was a lot of controversy.
Yeah, we went to the game and the frequency and energy went negative right there.
I tell you my story from when we went to that Detroit game.
Yeah,
y'all got tickets. I tell you what happened.
You left.
I didn't leave. I didn't leave. So I went to the seat. I was supposed to have the aisle seat, seat 1 in whatever row. There was a bigger fella sitting there.
Yeah.
And I asked him to scooch because that was my seat, and he scooched just a little bit where my left butt cheek was able to sit on the bleacher. My right butt cheek was hanging off, so I was pretty much holding myself up with my right leg. I sat there for about 5 minutes. I said, I don't do wall sits. I stood up and I left. I wandered my way up to the 7th floor and just found somewhere to stand.
There's no way. I would have said, sir, you're going to have to move over. Or I would have said, excuse me, usher.
Yeah, see, I'm not like that.
No, what do you mean not like that?
I'm not like that.
How you just going to let him?
Snitch.
How he going to bully you like that? I've been bullied before at the show before, but it was different. How you going to let that man bully you like that?
Who bullied you?
I went to the Chappelle show. These 3 women behind me basically bullied me, and they talked during the show. That's neither here nor there.
He's traumatized.
You know, I am traumatized. I am traumatized. But I'll yell. I won't yell at 3 women, but I would yell at a grown man. You should have told him, listen, man, you have to move over. Like, you need to buy 2 tickets like it's a plane. You can't just think you're gonna take 2 seats because you a double wide low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right about that. But I just went on a walk then.
If you would have had paid for the ticket, would you have allowed that to happen?
No.
Okay.
No, it was a free ticket, so I just let it be. Like the Beatles once said, "Let it be, let it be."
You just wanted him to enjoy the game.
I just want everybody to have a good time, and we were getting smoked by the Detroit Lions. So
we absolutely were. Hopefully that won't happen today.
I don't think it will, but Minnesota is interesting to me. Obviously, decent offense, no Justin Jefferson, but they still have those weapons like Jordan Addison, who you brought up earlier, Kyle, had a really nice week last week on Monday Night Football against San Francisco. Alexander Madison, TJ Hawkinson, the tight end, and obviously Kirk Cousins, who in my opinion is a good NFL quarterback. Yeah. So they've got an offense that is better than we've seen in past weeks as Green Bay Packers fans.
They do have an offense that's better. I mean, don't get it twisted. Again, they're good on offense, but they're not great. They're not. Even in last week's game, it's not like they put up a whole bunch of points. Now, Kirk Cousins threw for over 300 yards, but it's not like they put up a whole bunch of points and beat up on the San Francisco 49ers. And so the confidence that I have is that this is a rivalry game. So when you're playing a common opponent that you've seen before, you know what they have, that just gives me confidence that you're not going in blindly. And again, I said it before when Jason was here. I feel good with Jair being back because I know the lockdown corner Jair Alexander can be. Jordan Addison may be a good receiver. He's not a great receiver yet. He's going to be good and great in these years coming. But having a guy like Jair holding a guy like Addison after he's coming off a top game like that gives me more confidence in this defense to be able to keep up with the Minnesota Vikings and allow for our offense to stay in the game. I really believe we're going to be able to force a turnover. The Vikings don't have a great running game at all. And so that's why I feel like the Packers actually have a legitimate shot to win this game. But it all hinges on the fact, does Aaron Jones get enough touches to make an impact for the Green Bay Packers offensively? If he does, the Packers are in a good position to be successful today.
Corey?
Hey, Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. He's not great. He's good. He's managing well right now. The last couple games are on a little winning streak. I'm going to tell you right now, the Packers have a great opportunity because when you play the game of your life, you usually kind of have a backlash.
A setback, yeah.
A setback. And I hope that the Packers, they need this game. They need this rivalry. They need the energy. They need to win this game. And I'm gonna say this: if the Packers don't win today, we as Packer fans, we as people that love the game, do we go into reconstruction mode?
See, we're already in reconstruction mode, and I think that's the mentality that Torrey has. Torrey being a Packer fan, me being a Packer fan, you being a Packer fan, so it's the fact that we thought this was a reload,
season,
and
right.
not a rebuild.
I didn't think that. I felt like it was a rebuild.
You thought it was a rebuild, but
you move on a Hall of Fame quarterback.
You don't win 10 games with a rebuild.
Yeah.
And so
you're not winning 10 games.
But before the season, you thought we were winning 10 games.
I never thought that.
Well, I thought you said we had 9 or 10 games this year, week one.
After week one, I was feeling pretty good. I overreacted. Okay. Overcorrected.
So my whole thing is that we are currently in a rebuild offensively. Our defense is not in a rebuild. That's why we're able to stay in these games. But offensively, it's going to be a season where you're going to go through the growing pains. You're going to be a lot of learning, a lot of developing that you have to do. And as a Minnesota Vikings fan, as always, they have to interrupt great Green Bay Packer talk. How may I help you, ma'am? I love that. Yeah, I love that. I hope you enjoyed yourself here today. Thank you.
What part of Minnesota did you come from?
Wait, are we just having a conversation without one person having a microphone right now, Torrey? What are we doing? What are we doing?
But again, this is not a we lose today, we rebuild. This is a we lose today, and the only thing you may be talking about is who you trade before the trade deadline.
Right.
Like that's the thing for me, is that this is a rebuilding year where you're hoping that at each and every week you learn something new in a positive way about your team. That's the perspective that we need to have as Green Bay Packers fans.
Got to tell you about our friends over at Herd Hospitality, offering round-trip bus trips from Milwaukee and Jack's American Pub, Broadhouse, and Wanakee Golf Course with a private restroom. All you can drink on the bus with access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate party in Green Bay for every single Green Bay home game. Find out more on their websites. Again, that's Jack's American Pub, Broadhouse, and Wanakee Golf Course in the Milwaukee area. Former Badger, Carolina Panther, Chris Orr joins us next to talk a little Packers-Vikings. It's Green Bay Game Day on 620 WTMJ and ESPN Wisconsin.
We're back with Green Bay Game Day after this on ESPN Wisconsin and with 620 WTMJ.
Check out our brand new Hyundai dealership, one of the largest in the Midwest.
Step inside of our state-of-the-art showroom where you can view our new Hyundai models and some of our finest certified pre-owned.
We've also expanded our service center, staffed by our factory-certified technicians.
And right next door, we've started construction on our all-new Genesis of Waukesha dealership.
But we're not just building walls, we're building careers.
So if you're looking for a career with great benefits and opportunity for growth, Boucher is the place for you.
At Boucher, we ride with you every mile.
Adulting in the fall means responsible spiking. For pumpkin spice or whatever your preferred fall drink concoction is, spike it with rum chata. It's a solution for any occasion. Rum chata is the world's finest liqueur featuring premium Caribbean rum combined with vanilla, cinnamon, and the highest quality dairy cream sourced from Wisconsin. Enjoy a smooth shot or a tantalizing spiked beverage with rum chata original. And, backed by popular demand for a limited time, rum chata peppermint bark. Rum chata, the superior way to spike and sip responsibly this fall.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, a group of doctors I trusted with my knee surgery. The pain was real and options were important. My experience with each doctor was thorough, the appointments were timely, always close and easy access to the building. My mom felt the same way, I know, when she went there for her physical therapy appointments at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. I trusted their surgical team for my knee surgery, and I know they'll take care of you the way they did my mom and me. Make an appointment at orthowisconsin.com.
It's a city from a fairy tale on the Mediterranean Sea.
Netanya, the city of diamonds.
And in this city of diamonds lived a crazy genius named Moses Hadara.
Moses was a mathematician,
a diamond cutter,
and a bit of a theoretical physicist.
Albert Einstein devised a formula, E equals mc squared.
Albert's formula unleashed the power locked inside an atom.
Moses' formula unleashed the power locked inside a diamond.
Moses began with star facets,
kite facets,
upper girdle facets,
lower girdle facets,
and pavilion facets.
But then a voice told him to add 24 new facets, the Moses facets.
When he cut the final one,
Shazam!
Moses unleashed an explosion of light.
That dazzling diamond is known today as the Kessler 81.
See it for yourself.
See it for yourself.
See it for yourself.
At Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
28 years on the Packers, 37 years playing in the NFL, 87 years covering the Packers, and 46 years of being on ESPN. There's no place with more experience when it comes to talking about the green and gold. All day, every day. We are 94.5 ESPN. This is Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
My night runs into morning all the time.
Green Bay Game Day rolls on live from the shadow of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. I'm Alex Strofe alongside the King, Tori Lowe, the heartbeat of the show, Kyle Wallace. Everybody's talking about the Island Resort and Casino, the largest resort north of Milwaukee, with gaming, dining, live entertainment, a sports book, a luxury spa, and championship golf. Visit islandresortandcasino.com to book your getaway today. And now we get away as we chat with the former Wisconsin Badger, the former Carolina Panther, the should-have-been USFL Defensive Player of the Year, the great Chris Orr joins us now. Christopher Furr, how are you, brother?
I'm great, brother. It's a fantastic Sunday morning. Excited to see some good football today, man.
I hope it's good football, but as you watched, Chris, the Packers offense struggle the last few weeks, how can they establish a quicker start than they have been able to in the past couple of weeks? How do you emphasize that?
I mean, in the NFL, the way to emphasize that, you get the ball to your players. I think that there's a few guys that have shown up and shown that they are playmakers for this Packer offense. Obviously, you have Christian Watson. Obviously, I'm alluding to Jayon Reed. I think you get those guys touches early, but I don't think this Packers team needs to start fast. I think they need to establish the line of scrimmage. I think they need to run the ball. I think that's the way that you help your quarterback in his first year starting, is establishing the run, giving him a friend, giving him a helping hand. Just take some of that stress off of them. Then your play-action game will actually work. But it won't work if you don't establish the run first.
Now, Chris, you being a defensive guy, the Packers defense realized that it's going to fall on their shoulders in order to help this team rise to the occasion. And we were talking to Rob Domowski earlier, and he was talking about at what point will the defense become frustrated and start doing some finger pointing? As a defense, how do you kind of, stick and hold it together and not get frustrated knowing that the offense is going to take some time to drag along?
Right. That's a good question. I think the best way to do it is you challenge yourselves. Like, you challenge yourselves to be the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. You challenge yourself to truly carry this team, because it's going to take a lot of accountability and some great leadership on that side of the ball. But if we're being honest, you guys should be dominant. Like, you guys have all the draft capital in you with the first-round picks. You all have the established ball players that have made plays in this league that can do it. Now it's time for you to go ahead and take over, because you knew that we were going to need you in this way going into the season, whether they want to admit it or not. They knew that the season was going to fall on their shoulders, because you have a quarterback making his first year starter. And no matter how long he's been in the league, this is his first time being a full-time starter, especially in a traditional, historical franchise as the Packers, following two Hall of Fame quarterbacks. You're going to struggle year one, and that pressure can be alleviated by some great defensive play. They just got to challenge themselves, and I think they should.
Back in your playing days, Chris, especially during your time at Wisconsin, defenses would scheme against you because that's how darn good you were. You look at a guy like Danielle Hunter coming off the edge. He leads the league in sacks right now. How did the Packers stop a force like Danielle Hunter? How did they emphasize that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, you got to run at him. Usually the best way to nullify a pass rusher is to run the ball directly at them. You do play action towards them instead of rolling into them. So you block the offensive line towards them. That's the best way to nullify it. And I know that the Coach LaFleur has that in his playbook, but the run game has to get established. If we come out today and try to run the ball and they're getting no yards, then that won't work, because you're not going to be able to fool the pass rusher. You're not going to be able to keep them honest. You have to just find ways to keep them honest, because you don't want them getting a good beat and a good jump on the ball and getting into a rhythm to where he's just destroying your offensive line.
Chris, this is Torrey. After last week's loss, how do the Green Bay Packers mentally prepare to come out and fight for a win in this rival game?
Right. Yeah, you in the NFL, you really don't have time to grieve over a loss like you do in college. In college, you have a lot of days in between. In the NFL, man, you gotta shake it off and get going, because this week's team is coming with a completely different set of problems and obstacles for us to overcome in order to get a win. So you don't have time to sit here and think about what you've done last week. You almost look at the games almost purely analytically, and you're like, okay, these are the problems, these are the issues that showed up that Denver exposed in us, and then these are the issues that we probably showed that they didn't expose. So you correct those and you try to find ways to get better from there. And then you go on to say, these are areas that we should be exploring, these are areas that we should be exploiting into these defenses or these offenses to where we can get better and win some games. So it's all about winning games. It's all about winning in the NFL. You don't have time to think about it. It just falls on your leadership. I think it's different for everybody. Each organization leads in a different way. Some organizations are head coach heavy. Some organizations are player heavy. So I can't really say what the Packers are just because I'm not in that locker room. But it's going to fall on the leadership in order to get them shaken off from this streak of losses and get a win.
Chris Orr with us here on Green Bay Game Day. Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, Torrey Lowe with you from Green Bay in the shadow of Lambeau Field as the crowd begins to roll into the stadium. Way too much purple out here at Lambeau Field, but that's a side note. Chris, I'm just curious what your evaluation of Jordan Love has been. Obviously, he had a nice start to the season, but it's been rough sledding the last couple of weeks. You told me before the season, this has stuck with me, so I just call yourself a genius if you'd like. But you said, you think a couple weeks into the season, once there's more film compiled, defenses will begin to pick up on some of Jordan Love's tendency, and that's when you'll truly find out what he is. But I feel like we haven't truly found out what he is, but they have opposing defenses have picked up on him. What's your evaluation of Jordan Love, Ben? Chris? All right. I think we lost Chris Orr. Or he muted himself, one or the other.
One of the two.
One of the two. You ever self-mute, like with your cheek? I feel like I've done that.
Yeah, I have. It hasn't happened in a while. Funny story is that my phone broke in Vegas. I don't know if it was hot or I dropped it. I'm not sure, but I talk on speakerphone now.
When were you in Vegas?
I was in Vegas in August. Yeah, my phone, I've been talking on speaker since August. So I don't even remember now.
So you wait a minute. Hold on a minute. You only talk on speakerphone?
Speakerphone in the car. I usually don't have a headphone set, so I'm in my office and I talk on speaker. At home I talk on speaker, or I am in the car. But I haven't had the phone to my ear. The funny thing is if I forget for a split second, I'm like, oh wait a minute.
I don't think I could do that.
I'm getting a new phone next month, so.
There you go.
Hopefully it's an iPhone.
Okay, all right. You know what's more?
Hopefully it is.
There's one thing that brings this country together more than anything else, and kind of divides it as well, is the diversity of people that will get together and bond with an iPhone. You will see black people, white people, Hispanic people, Asian people, Indian people. Everybody bonds together when they have an iPhone to hate on somebody with an Android. It's the craziest thing. The iPhone users are the oppressors. Who would have known?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey.
Interesting take. Interesting take there from Kyle Wallace. It has been a season of ups and downs, and for the green and gold, that can be expected with a young roster and a first-year starting quarterback. Something that isn't so inconsistent should be your pregame tailgating game plan. Stop by your local store and stock up for your tailgate with delicious craft beverages like a few of Wisconsin's favorite craft beers from Three Sheeps Brewing in Sheboygan and Central Waters Brewing in Amherst and Milwaukee. Our guests here at the Tundra Trio enjoy these products at our pregame tailgate all season. Make sure Three Sheeps, Central Waters are a part of your tailgate. Chris Orr rejoins us now. Chris, I was just asking you on your evaluation of Jordan Love through the season.
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I don't think he's getting helped out too much just because of the way that Green Bay is built right now. I think the way that Green Bay should be going and building their team is shoring up their offensive line. I think they should take the approach of trying to look like the 49ers. He's not a young elite talent. I think that's kind of established that he's not elite, but he shows flashes of eliteness for sure. And I think that you just need to find a way to cultivate that and get him comfortable. He just doesn't, to me, he just still doesn't look as comfortable as he should be. It looks like it's not necessarily that he's still trying to figure out the playbook or anything like that. It just looks like he hasn't found the flow that you want to get into as a football player. There's like many different sayings for your second win, whatever. But it's really just you enter a state of confidence and ease and relaxation that everything that you try is working. Like the certain way that arm angle that he's throwing the ball, it works, and he's just connecting. I just haven't seen that from him, and I think that's something that's important for any NFL quarterback, especially when you're trying to lead an organization like the Packers.
Last thing for you, Chris Orr. What's your prediction? What happens today?
Oh, don't be mad at me, Packer fans. I think that the Packers lose. I think it's a close game, though. I think it's a close game. I think the Packers defense shows up today. I think that's what keeps them in the game. But I think that Minnesota's defense is actually what changes the game. I think the amount of pressure that they like to bring, that Coach Flores likes to bring, it's their MO, with just schematically what Green Bay likes to do with all the play action and different crossers and timing routes. You just don't have that much time when you're playing against a Brian Flores coach defense, and I think that's going to show up today, and I think that's why we Packers lose.
That's enough out of you. That's enough out of you, Chris Orr. Appreciate you, buddy.
No problem, man. On Wisconsin.
On a Green Bay show. Always Bucky by a Billy. That's a great Chris Orr. You can hear him on ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day before and after every Wisconsin football game this season on ESPN Wisconsin. We make our one call presented by Gruber Law Offices. Coming up next, it's Green Bay Game Day live on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Day will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. That's right, folks. Great Lakes Dragway's 2023 race season is in full swing. Come out to see our annual events like Memorial Day Weekend, Labor Day Weekend, Nitrous Streetcar Brawl, Import Wars, Larry's Fun Fest, and Bug Fest. Looking for something new and exciting? Come see the Night of Fire Jet Show. Want the track all to yourself? Email or call about a private track rental. Go to GreatLakesDragaway.com for contact information and our full season schedule. Great Lakes Dragaway, just a burnout west of I-94 on County KR. Be there.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA, founder of Right Choice Tax Resolution and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. Why do so many people live years with back tax problems? You didn't file one year because you were sick or thought you couldn't pay. Then next year you didn't file again. Soon you think you can't file. You do things that don't make sense or may be illegal. Don't bury your head in the sand and hope the problem will go away. It will only get worse unless you make the right choice and step up to get them off your back. Do you want your paycheck garnished, a lien on your house, your passport revoked, or your bank account wiped out? We help reduce or eliminate penalties, negotiate payment plans, and file back tax returns. My latest book has advice on what to do to avoid trouble with the IRS. Make the right choice. Go to rightchoicetax.us to book a call or in-person meeting right now. We know you want to take the first step in getting the IRS off your back so you can live again. That's rightchoicetax.us.
Are you considering a career in media? With the help of the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Foundation, you can be a part of this exciting field. The WBA is offering 4 scholarships, 2 for $2,500 and 2 for $1,500 to assist students enrolled in broadcasting or related educational programs. Students who have completed at least one half of their degree or graduation requirements are eligible to apply online at www.wbafoundation.org. Applications must be received by 4 p.m. Friday, November 3rd.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. You have undoubtedly heard me talking about Mentality by now and its greatness. But don't just take it from me. Hear my pal Jason talk about what Mentality has done for him.
I realized that, Father Time is undefeated and missed the feeling of being in my 20s again. I was like, what the heck? Why not? Got to give it a try. This is the one shot that we have. So I want to feel like that spring chicken again. So I went to Mentality, and it's been an amazing experience ever since. My only thing that I wish I could change is that I went sooner.
Get started today at lowtusa.com.
Even when you think you know what's going on,
let me go through my roll, because I got the whole roll of Amazon stuff here.
You can never be too sure.
Not mine, 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 not mine. Whew, I'm tired.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
Not mine, not mine, mine.
Okay, so
what did you get that from?
Genius mushrooms.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand. Welcome back to Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
She said I don't spend time like I really should. She said she don't know me anymore.
Green Bay Game Day rolls on live from the Tundra Trio Houses. Beautiful Green Bay in the shadow of Lambeau Field. Less than 30 minutes from kickoff between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. I'm Alex Strofe alongside the King, Tori Lowe, the heartbeat of the show, Kyle Wallace, getting you ready for kickoff. Good conversation with Chris Orr just a couple of moments ago. Guy knows ball.
Yeah, I didn't like the prediction, but everything else I did enjoy.
Yeah, the rest was good. I tend to agree with you on that, Kyle. Hey, Rum Chata is the perfect blend of rum, cream, cinnamon, and vanilla flavors. They carefully select the finest ingredients to create the world's finest liqueur, combining premium Caribbean rum, the highest quality dairy cream sourced from right here in Wisconsin, and Mexican spice. Rum Chata offers a solution for any occasion, whether you're looking for a smooth shot, a tasty fall drink, or the perfect addition to your coffee. Backed by popular demand, Rum Chata Peppermint Bark is now in stores for a limited time. The deliciousness of Rum Chata with a hint of peppermint bark is perfect for a little spike to your hot chocolate or warm beverage. Rum Chata, have your unusual. You can find Rum Chata Original and Rum Chata Peppermint Bark at the local grocer or your favorite liquor store, bottled in Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Time now to make our one call for the game, presented by Gruber Law. This is one prediction that is not a game prediction, Tori Lowe.
Right.
You got that this time?
Yeah, last time I just went into it all.
Oh, yeah.
I think that we're looking at a full offense for the first time, one of the first times. I thought last week we saw a better offensive idea from the Packers, but we didn't see the output. I'm hoping that they can put it all together. From the start of the season, there was a lot of injuries, but right now we have our starters, and this is probably the most complete offense starting a game that I've seen all year. So I'm hoping that we can set up some run plays to set up our offense. You know, we need to run to set up the offense, and hopefully we can get a better output from the offense this week. That's just something that I'm hoping to see.
I'm with you on that. So what's the prediction?
The prediction is we could get 100 yards rushing this game. Maybe a combination, I don't know, between A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. But let's get some ground and pound going, and I'm hoping that the Packers can get 100 yards rushing this game.
Fair enough. Kyle Wallace?
Yeah, so my prediction is going to be on the defensive side of the ball. I think that the Green Bay Packers offense is still going to be a work in progress, and I decided that I'm going to stop acting stupid. And when I say acting stupid is I keep picking this team.
I don't believe you.
I keep picking this team to score like 24 points or 28 points, things like that. I just need to understand is that this offense just isn't there yet, and it is a work in progress. But you know what is there is the defense. We know exactly what we're going to get from this defense week in and week out. They're not as full of first-round picks, and as Chris said, you premium picks that we used on these guys, but it doesn't mean that they're just some lockdown, shutdown defense. But I do know that this defense has the ability to force some turnovers. So I do think today that this defense steps up. We're talking about the blitzing of the Minnesota Vikings and what Brian Flores does. I think what we'll see today, we'll see a lot of pressure put on Kirk Cousins, and we are going to see that this defense finally gets more turnovers to help the offense out. That's what we need, and that's what we'll get, is that the defense will force some turnovers, put our offense in a good position, and try to get us some points off of that. So my prediction is that the Packers force 2 turnovers today.
I love that. Would love to see it. They need to turn over the football, at least on the defensive side of things. So would love to see a pair of turnovers. I'll go game-wide. I think the Packers will score points in all 4 quarters today. That doesn't necessarily mean a touchdown in all 4 quarters, but I think they'll come off to a hot start. They'll get a touchdown in quarter number 1, and they will score points in all 4 quarters. That is our one call. That's all. Brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. Tori Lowe, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe with you. It is Green Bay Game Day from the shadow of Lambeau Field. We need to make some best bets coming up next as we all look at the little prop bets, and we'll talk about them. We'll decide whether we're on the over or the under or the more or the less or the yes or the no. Whatever the bet is, we'll talk about them next. It's Green Bay Game Day, live from the Tundra Trio in the shadow of Lambeau Field.
More Green Bay Game Day coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
The all-new Potawatomi Casino Hotel has something you gotta see. Play more slots and games, and you could say, "Show me the money," to reveal up to $10,000 each Thursday. 800,000 in prizes is up for grabs. 40 winners each week. This October and November at Potawatomi, Milwaukee. When you're ready to win, just say, "Show me the money." More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
Get to and from every home game in Green Bay this football season safely. Milwaukee Brought House, Jack's American Pub, and Wanakee Golf Course all offer transportation on game days. They've got bus services with private restrooms and all-you-can-drink packages. There's still room for the November 5th game. Book your round-trip ride and get access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at the bar on Holmgren Way. Make your game day experience a VIP experience with your official ride to Green Bay. Visit golfwanakee.com to book your trip today and use code ESPN23 for 10% off.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
What does the skeleton say before dinner? A bon appetit. And why did the ghost go to the bar? For the booze. Yeah, Halloween jokes can be corny. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Since 1960, we've provided the most spooktacular selection and savings in town. From skull-shaped vodka bottles and pumpkin cream liqueurs to adult trick-or-treat bags and your favorite seasonal wines and beers. We've got the spirits to get you in the spirit. Combine our selection with everyday low prices and 2 convenient locations, and Discount Liquor is the one trick-or-treat stop you can't skip. Discount Liquor, locally owned and family operated with 2 locations, in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow in Maine. See all of our specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Fleet Farm's got even more Black Friday Now deals for those who just can't wait. Baronet's Radar Hunting Blind is on sale for only $89.99. And get 50 pounds of Safe Step rock salt for just $4.99 a bag. Save on 20-pound bags of KT Wild Bird Food, now only $8.99. Plus, get select sizes of whole cashews and mixed nuts for only $5.99. Enjoy these Black Friday Now deals and more at Fleet Farm, home of everything you need for everyday life.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
The thing that gives me a lot of hope is just knowing the response that I see from our team in the locker room, in the meeting rooms, on the practice field. These guys aren't afraid of a challenge, and right now we have a challenge.
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl who's as sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I see I need love.
It wasn't perfect, for sure wasn't perfect, but you were looking at it, both local, national media, former players, current players saying like, hey, this guy can play, this team's all right. And you have just seen one step back after another step back after another step back.
I need love.
One of these guys coming out next year could potentially be elite. You have to highly and heavily consider moving on from Jordan Love and bringing somebody else in. Not because Jordan Love can't be an NFL starter, but Jordan Love may never be a guy that can be an elite NFL starter, a championship NFL starter. There's not a lot of guys that win championships at quarterback.
I need love.
There is no way in hell that Goody, who moved up to get him, who he clearly believes he saw something in Jordan Love that others didn't, he's going to give him his fair shot as long as he's the general manager. Matt LaFleur will not be employed if he benches Jordan Love.
I need love.
One of the big things we've obviously talked about this year is Jordan's completion percentage, which is 32nd in the league. It's not good. It's not great. But if guys are running wrong routes, I mean, sure, some of that is on Jordan Love. Threw behind, made a late decision to throw to Christian Watson over the middle before he threw the interception. That was a bad throw. So some of that certainly is on him, but it's not all on him.
I need love.
You like QBR?
I do. I think it's a good metric.
Just for everything? Kind of grabs everything and
I mean, if Jordan Love finishes a season at 80, what'd you say, 85.2? Then you bring him back. But if he sticks in the 70s.
Yeah, right now he's at 79.4.
I need love.
My optimism is very low, unfortunately. I still told Homer on the show on Monday that I still think this could be a playoff team based on how bad the NFC is. But my optimism right now lies in the defense, because the defense is keeping them in ball games right now. And as long as they continue to do that, maybe the offense finds their footing. But from everything that I've seen, that you've seen, that Tausch has seen, that really everyone has seen, that's going to take longer than expected.
I need love.
So these are the growing pains we go through. I think Jordan Love can be an average quarterback in the NFL. 12 to 15. He's not going to be a top-end guy.
This week in love here on Green Bay Game Day. Some of the conversations and commentary around the Packers starting quarterback Jordan Love. I'm Alex Rowe alongside Tori Lowe, Kyle Wallace with you. Time now for our best bets, brought to you by Island Resort and Casino. You can head to islandresortandcasino.com to book your getaway. Today, fellas, Let's take a look at some of the props around the Packers today. Jordan Love over under 219.5 passing yards, 219.5.
Take that bet? No, I'm not taking that bet.
Under?
Under.
Okay. Under 219 for Tory Lowe.
I'm going to go over. I'm going to go slightly over.
I'm Team Tory here. I'm going under as well. I think he'll be under 219.5. I think the best bet for Jordan Love, 13.5 rushing yards is the over-under. I'll take the over there all day.
I'll take the over on that. He's going to have to use his legs today to bail him out.
Yeah, that's an easy over for today. I expect for him to have at least one big run today, just scrambling or even on a little draw play, especially going against the pressure. He's going to – when you blitz, you just leave yourself susceptible to all it is one broken tackle, and he's going to run up the field. So I definitely see over that.
Aaron Jones over under 36.5 rushing yards, 36.5.
I'm going to go the over.
I am too.
I'm going to go the over.
I'm with you. I'm Team Tory today.
They're going to try to use him. There's a demand for
36.5 is not very high, though.
Well, it was 40. It was 44 last week, or maybe it was 53 last week, and he didn't get it last week.
So what say you?
Oh, so for me,
you gaming over there? What are you doing?
No, I'm making my picks, my cover 5 picks. If you want to join KBN.
I got kicked out for some reason. I can't get back in.
Oh, that's why you're sucking?
Yes.
Well, you better log in.
I am logged in. It says the group doesn't exist anymore.
KBN 23.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna have to get that figured out because I got to make my picks here. We're gonna have some controversy at the end of the year.
I know. I'm gonna be eating waffles.
Be a problem here, but no. So for me, I definitely think that this week Aaron Jones does get going a little bit more. They're gonna give him the ball. He feels confident in the fact that he is healthy. So if he feels confident in the fact that he's healthy, he's a game away from being 100%. I think he's gonna get more than 36.5 yards. He said so. Yeah, definitely an over.
Yeah, I think we're unanimous on that one. That is our best bet. Brought to you by Island Resort and Casino. Aaron Jones over 36.5 rushing yards. Tory Lowe, Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe. We wrap up Green Bay Game Day. Coming up next, we give our final thoughts and our picks and an MVP for today's game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Just 15 minutes away from kickoff, just right next door at Lambeau Field. Final thoughts on Green Bay Game Day coming up next.
More Green Bay Game Day coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ. Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Bring friends and watch your favorite team compete on big screens. Grab Game Day Eats in T. McSee's Sports Bar. Or celebrate your team's victory in Horizon's Steakhouse. To book your game time at the Island Resort and Casino, call 800-682-6040 today.
Hi, this is Wayne Larrabee, the voice of Green Bay football. You know, fans count on me to make the right call every time, and I can continue to do that thanks to Summit Eye Care of Wisconsin. When my vision began to drift, my eye doctor said Summit Eye Care was the best place to go. Using the latest adjustable implants, the doctors at Summit were able to fine-tune my vision. In fact, my vision is now the best it's ever been. Summit Eye Care was the right call to help me see all the action on game days.
To schedule an appointment at one of their locations, visit summitiwi.com.
Hey, at Total Wine & More, you'll love what you find this Halloween.
Me thirsty.
Oh, hey Frankenstein. Did you enjoy that Cabernet?
Oh, good. Want margarita?
Well, all the villagers are raving about this tequila.
Ooh.
And we have it at the lowest price in town.
Economical.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Greg Scalzo for Smart Spaces. How can Smart Spaces transform your business?
Really looking at the entire space holistically. The environment, the walls, ceilings, lighting, flooring, furniture, technology, along with acoustics.
To conceptualize how the end users are going to interact with the room, from the furniture all the way down to the AV
key, having that work seamlessly within the environment and often hiding within the furniture.
Let Smart Spaces transform your business today. Visit smartspaceswi.com.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. Ooh, I like this song to bring us home. It's Green Bay Game Day live from Green Bay in the shadow. A beautiful Lambeau Field of Alex Strofe alongside the King, Tory Lowe. The heartbeat of every show he's a part of. The great Kyle Wallace here as well, fellas. Wear your green card. Love this song. We got the ball. You know we score it, except that's not really the case with the Packers in the first half not this season. Not really.
We got to play this in the third quarter.
Kyle Wallace, you're batting leadoff today. What's your game prediction? Who's your MVP?
Yeah, so here's the thing. I told y'all yesterday I picked against my Green Bay I picked against the Wisconsin Badgers. Not to cover. I didn't think they were going to win that football game, but I said the energy that I felt in that stadium in Camp Randall was something that I have not felt in a very long time. And then it made me say, you know what, Kyle? You cannot pick against your home teams like you did before, because when you pick against them and you're wrong, it makes you feel even worse.
That's
true.
And
today, the Green Bay Packers, they have something to prove. I truly do believe that this defense will step up for the Packers, but also I feel like this offense may be due. They may be due to connect on some things. They may be due to get, big plays going as well. I understand that the Minnesota Vikings, they're going to bring a lot of pressure, but that quick game is something that we can execute that. I would love to see Christian Watson on a quick slant, catch it and take it 65 yards.
I would love to see that too.
For a touchdown. It's something that can happen, because when you bring pressure, you put a lot of stress on your defensive backs and other guys to have to make that tackle, because if you miss one tackle, that's when opportunities come. And I feel like the Green Bay Packers today are due for an offensive outburst, and an offensive outburst for the Green Bay Packers means like 24 points. And so I think the Green Bay Packers are due for that today. I believe that the defense is going to step up. I believe that the crowd is going to be into it, and they're going to play off of that momentum, and I can see the Packers getting a victory 23-20 today. They get off the snide of the last three games, and they get it going. And another key factor is this: the Vikings have won 3 in a row. The Vikings are in a position where you think they're supposed to win, but what do the Vikings do when you believe they're supposed to do something? They fail. They drop the ball. And that's why I think today is actually a perfect setup for the Green Bay Packers to win this football game here today. So go Pack, go 23-20. We are going to be having fun tonight as we celebrate a victory.
23 points, good enough to win in Kyle Wallace's book.
Matt LaFleur said that.
That's true. I mean, I tend to agree. As long as their defense can hold them to 20, I'm confident with that.
I'm excited that we get the full arsenal on offense this game. I'm hoping that the run game, run and pound, thunder and lightning. We got to do something to open up the wide receivers, and I think that this game we're going to put it all together. Last week was very disappointing, but I think that it's time for the Packers to finally give us what we've been looking for, what we've been believing, and that is a full arsenal of Green Bay Packer football where you see Jordan Love, the wide receivers, the running game, the defense, special teams. We get to see the full the full experience of the Green Bay Packer football, which I feel like we have not seen so far this year, and hopefully this is the breakout game that we've been looking for.
Score?
21-17.
All right.
21-17. I like it.
All right, now we got 2, plus we got Jason Wilde, so that's 3. Now, Strophy, where you at now, man? Where you at, Strophy?
I've been kicking it back and forth all week, fellas. This one's weird. It's a weird game. 3-win Minnesota, 2-win Green Bay. It's kind of a weird game. Noon kickoff, a little chilly out. I'm not loving the vibes. A lot of purple walking through this parking lot. But Jordan Love doesn't care. Matt LaFleur doesn't care. Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love care about getting this offense going in the first half.
Right.
They care about getting off to a faster start, putting points on the board, not playing from behind like they have for the last month plus. I think today is a wire-to-wire Green Bay victory.
Oh!
I think the Packers will take the first lead, and they will not let go of it. Maybe a couple ties in there, but they will not lose the lead in this game. I'll take the Packers, let's go 24-20. Okay. 24-20 Green Bay. My MVP will be Jordan Love. I think this is a bounce-back game for the kid. He needs it. He needs a confidence booster. I think today provides a good opportunity as long as they can contain Danielle Hunter. 9 sacks in the season, leads the league.
And that's the thing. Can they contain him? I think the Packers have to. The offensive line is, you talk about MVPs, right? The MVP of this game has to be the Packers offensive line as a unit. Because in order for the Green Bay Packers to be successful today, it is contingent on that offensive line, because you're talking about being able to pick up blitzes, but you're also talking about being able to run the football. This offensive line has not been able to consistently do that since week 1, which has been a big problem for the Green Bay Packers. The Packers have not had a rusher, like you said, Tori, over 100 yards all season, and that's why I say everything should be contingent on the play of the offensive line. If the offensive line steps up and plays well today, that means Jordan Love has time to throw the ball. That means that Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon have some holes that they're able to run through, which is able to sustain drives on offense, which can lead to touchdowns. So the MVP of this game needs to be those boys up front, and that'd be the 5 offensive linemen.
Just a real quick, Torre, to go back to something Jason Wilde brought up. They are running it back with the same offensive linemen this week. The same 5 starters from left to right: Rasheed Walker, Elton Jenkins, Josh Myers, John Runyon Jr., and, of course, on the right side, Zach Tom, the second-year tackle, will be on the right side. Fireworks going off at Lambeau Field as we reach up kickoff. What's that mean?
It means almost game time, baby.
It's almost
game time.
Packers-Vikings divisional matchup. A big thanks to Rob Domofsky, Chris Orr, Jason Wilde for joining us today on Green Bay Game Day. Reminder, Green Bay Game Night comes at you immediately following the final whistle with Gabe Neitzel, Homer, the Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher, and Jason Wilde. Reaction, commentary, thoughts on everything that plays out over the course of the next 3 or so hours right here at Lambeau Field. It's Packers-Vikings rivalry game on a Sunday afternoon, technically. Technically, because it starts at noon. How does that work? Is it afternoon if it's at noon?
Noon game. You say noon kickoff.
Because I said after. Anyway.
Yeah, noon kickoff. It goes into the afternoon.
I'm getting stuck on the minutia. Just a beautiful day here in Green Bay as we get you ready for kickoff. Big thanks to everybody that joined us. Max Meyerson, our producer. Tori, nice work today, buddy. Go Pack, go.
I'm excited. I got goosebumps.
Do you? Or are you just cold?
It's both. Okay. But I'm excited to see the Packers today. I'm looking forward to the game. And once again, I'm expecting a breakout offensive game.
But only 21 points.
Running. No, I'm talking about just running the ball.
A breakout game is when the team hasn't been able to score. 21 points and 24 points is a breakout game.
That's fair. I guess I can't argue with that.
23, 24, 21.
And let's get some ground and pound out.
You two are both feeling positive.
Yeah, you should too.
I feel okay.
No, I need you to say you feel good.
I
need James Brown.
I feel all right.
I feel good. There we go.
There we go. I knew that I wouldn't now.
There we go.
I feel nice.
Oh, yeah. Like sugar and spice. Packers-Vikings coming at you. Remember to tune into Green Bay Game Night immediately following the game. For Tori Lowe, for Kyle Wallace, I'm Alex Stroh. This has been Green Bay Game Day.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sports book, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Is your business looking for localized banking solutions? Fifth Third Bank has been looking forward to the future and helping businesses shape what's next for 165 years. And for the last 14 here in Milwaukee, they offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making capabilities, and extensive experience to help your business succeed. Fifth Third is big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, but also empowered to make local decisions and work from a foundation of strong community connections. Commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different.